I don't know if that worked. Apparently I'm streaming. I don't know if I'm streaming Ozone or my thing. I don't know.
I'll check.
Man, the stream's going.
Yeah, you're streaming on Ozone, I think.
I'm streaming on Ozone? Cool.
Wait, is it fixed?
Let's go.
Did I get it fixed? Did I do it? Did I do it good? I did it good.
Yeah, you did it.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
I should probably message him that it worked.
You do nothing good.
It worked, Ozone. It worked.
Perhaps.
Hello.
Yeah.
Actually, you might want to change the stream too, by the way.
Alright, hello stream. Hello stream.
Woohoo.
Damn, the stream delay is not that long.
Bro.
Yeah, we're having technical problem, NP.
Perhaps we will be okay momentarily.
Yeah.
Or we will fail miserably.
Underscore. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, this looks good. This is good. I think.
Hopefully
yeah.
it is. Let's hope it is.
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you so much, Psychic. So,
No problem.
guys in chat, big clap to Psychic. He's saving the day. The only
For once in
solution
his life, Psychic did something right.
Oh, shut up!
Oh, wow.
the only solution I could come up with was for someone else to literally stream to my channel. So that's what's happening right now. So that's what you're seeing. You're seeing Psychic's perspective.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, Psychic. You're alright.
I moved PC.
So
We all
anyway,
have some things.
who do we have? Who do we have in the stream?
Name all people.
We have a lot of people.
I'm psychic.
So
Someone's supposed to follow up.
Smash that like button, guys. Hit that notification bell.
Hi guys, I'm the YouTuber that retired.
I'm a guy.
I explain.
Whoever I want to be.
I explain.
No.
Psychic. Apparently you're very loud.
I'm okay. I can turn down my microphone.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we're ready.
Is this
finally.
better? Is this better?
Perhaps we are.
Yeah.
Let me know if this is better. If not, I can turn it down a little bit more.
For some reason, I have a flashlight in my hand. I don't know why.
Okay, so
Michael
I apologize to everyone watching for all the technical difficulties you've been having. It is now 17 minutes. We're 17 minutes late, but who cares, really? Who
Yeah,
cares?
it's fine.
It's fine.
You care.
So, hello. We're gonna be talk. Oh, underscore shared my video. Wow, underscore.
Better late than never.
We're gonna be talking about different FNAF theories and things. We found something out yesterday, or we kind of pieced things together a bit yesterday. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, maybe.
When you guys were in voice chat, you mean?
Yeah, we
I
were voiced out
wasn't
for a
there.
while yesterday.
I wasn't
And if anybody in the chat has any questions or theories we should talk about, then please do put it in the chat. So, does anyone want to start or anything?
I think we should start with the
Nah.
biggest theory debate that's been going on for the past couple years. BB fifth.
Oh,
Nice,
God,
psychic.
no.
Yeah, let's start with the good theory.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Guys, can we talk about anything
kind of a
else?
stretch, I think.
Can we talk about anything else besides Golden Freddy in this stream?
No, Golden Freddy is our lord.
Can we be original, guys?
Freddy is our Lord and Savior. Besides
Originality, what's that?
Exactly.
I don't know. Theorists don't know
mean-
it actually.
We probably have a lot
Actually,
of time
you
to
know
talk
what,
about
let-
various topics.
Let's just talk. Let's talk Blackbird since that's pretty recent.
Yeah, let's talk about Blackbird. Yeah,
Blackbird.
yeah, let's talk about Blackbird. Any predictions for the cliffs?
Okay, well, I think we should. Firstly, I haven't read Hide and Seek yet, so I don't think we will spoil that. But
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk
No,
about
no
hide and
everything
seek
else
spoilers.
besides
No
hide
hide
and
and seek.
seek.
We should let Ozone guide this.
Yeah.
Here's a massive spoiler for a hide and seek. It's good.
It's alright.
yeah, no hide and seek spoilers. But I have read The Real Jake, and I am going to do a video on it. But Any theories or anything on the real Jake or Blackbird?
I think
Anyone?
that Jake is a parallel to the crying child.
Agreed.
really?
Definitely
I think
agreed.
parallels everything give you there, no.
I think
BB5 sucks.
both Jake and Evan are parallel to the crying child, in different ways.
Wait,
I'm
Yes,
unsure.
I am a parallel to the crying child.
I am the
unsure
first
about
I'm
that.
Michael Afton because my name is Michael.
Zara, shut up.
Zara, shut up.
I gotta go to my computer. I'll be back.
If you want, I can read out what I got so far for the parallels for bike to prove that. Bike
Go ahead, Krakoa. So me and Krakoa have actually been talking a little bit about this, and we're thinking about writing a script about Evan and Jake and stuff. So, share your
Now,
thoughts.
I'm going to read what they both have in common because reading the other ones would take too long. If that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Okay. So Jake and Evan have number one, both had something wrong with their brain. One had a tumor, the other had a brain injury caused by the bite of 83.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
it's
yes.
true.
They both
Which
had
brain?
like from Jake was friends with the Henderson kids, and BV was friends with the MCI kids, the Missing Children Incident kids, if you want to believe. By the way, like, we both had friends, even if the numbers don't add up. 3. Both have a doll/plushie to talk to them. This one is a little bit off, but I'll explain Will Plush later, but they both have someone communicating to them and explain something that will get down the road. 4. Both lived in a bungalow. This one, to me, is semi-important because in Curse of Dreadbear, FNAF 4, and FNAF 6, the house that we see in the gameplay is known as a bungalow. And if we look at Curse of Dreadbear, we see the curved house. You know how like some houses have curved like roofs before the door?
Yeah.
That's a bungalow. Number 5.
I had no idea what a
Both
bungalow
were
was.
associated with breaking out of a window in their house. If you know from the real Jake, when Brandon came in, he said, "Hey, I came to break you out of the house." And technically, Jake wanted to get out of the house to visit his friend. And they were both associated with breaking out of a window. What does Jake do? He gets helped by Brandon out of a window. A bite victim, either it's a shower or whatever, but he broke a window at Midnight Motorists. 6. Both have a best friend. Now, this one's another weird thing, but it is speculated that the best friend for bite victim, or I'll call him Evan from now on, is either Cassie or Charlie. Whatever the case, they both have a best friend that were basically non-separable until those unfaithful days for Evan. 7. Both have dads that talk to them from said plushie/doll, and they don't know it's their dads. Now, this one is actually connected to Will Plush, obviously. But it is shown that it's hinted throughout the books that Will Plush is possible to be confirmed. If the Cliffs comes out and possibly confirms it, it's outright. So both have their dads talk through the plushie, a doll, and they basically help them out and get through the day. Like tomorrow's another day, and Margie says something very interesting. Tomorrow's another miracle. Number 8. Both have a relative named Michael. Now, they don't have to necessarily be brothers. That's for Evan and Evan/bite victim. But they both have a relative named Michael, and they both associate him with making money that's really good at making money, but is the way they do it and just the way he is, make it seem not human. And then Jake says that he may be a cyborg with bad programming. Number 9. Both had an IV and pills in their room/hospital. That one's important because we see it in FNAF 4. We see it. That is the Easter egg that led to the dream theory, mind you. But it had another purpose, which was to show that Evan, sorry, I keep calling him bite victim, but that's how it is. Evan is being in the hospital and dying, most likely, thanks to the flowers as well. 10. both were bullied physically. Now, Jake was mentioned to get a black eye during an altercation when they were talking about how Simon was made and how Simon has a black eye, which is attributed to Jake being bullied and being punched in the eye. And Evan is being picked up and forcibly shoved into Fredbear's mouth while the kids are laughing, including his brother, and then the bite of 83 happened. 11.
Really...
Both died of their brain injury / tumor possessed a doll / animatronic. Whether you want to believe Evan possessed an animatronic, or a new theory is that he possessed Michael, either way, they both died from their injury, or tumor, as I said, and they possessed something. They possesses Simon, and whatever you want to believe, Evan possesses Golden Freddy, or Michael. 12. Before they died, they were taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Now, if you don't know, but sometime, some of you might not know, but if you speed up or reverse the audio of Nightmare's jump scare, listen carefully and you'll hear an ambulance.
Wait, really?
Supposedly, yeah, I heard.
Who's jump scare?
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Really?
And he does the face thing, like you hear the regular jump scare, but if you like.
Have you guys ever seen the screen where after he jump scares you, it just pure static with his face right there, and then
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
so
doesn't
that
work for
static.
them.
Yeah.
13. Both liked robots. Jake is heavily liking robots. He compares Michael to a robot. He has a picture of a robot playing baseball on the moon. He even likes sci-fi movies. And if we are to associate Evan liking Freddy's, is it safe to assume that he likes the robots there, but now fears them? Number 14. Both had plushies.
Number 15.
You can tell how much research is put into this. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
know.
Yeah,
Right?
there's 19 points I found.
I have
Jesus.
some thoughts to express when he's done, but yeah,
I
keep
do
going.
too.
Same.
Alright. Number 14. Both had plushies. And this one is actually very interesting because when he was 6, he said that, and after hearing about his father calling him a little man, he decided he wanted just a plush baseball bat toy. And that's what he got, a plushie. But he also, back then, had a plush teddy bear. Think about that. A plush teddy bear.
Yes.
What does Evan have constantly with him, following him, and also is in his room?
Tears?
A plush
Tears.
teddy bear?
Could it be a teddy bear?
Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence?
How are we not sure it's just the regular bear, huh?
Let him finish.
Everything about that?
What if it's like a real organic bear?
Following him around.
Number 15. Both were angry at someone, but then calmed down. Now, if you remember from when Jake was playing a board game, but then he got angry at the board game and at Margie, like he was yelling at her, and then Margie was tending to, and then he got back to calming down. This is reminding me of how like Evan, god damn it, sorry, Evan, got mad at Michael and most likely made him suffer nightmares, but then he forgave him in the end, which is what possibly Happiest Day could represent. Is like he forgave Michael, but now he needs to be given the birthday he never had.
You mean
Number
FNAF 4,
16.
right?
Both want to help an angry soul have their happiest day. It is supposedly heavily hinted that maybe Evan stayed behind to save Cassidy during Ultimate Custom Night. It explains why their story of Jake and Andrew wanting to stay behind. As we possibly know, Evan had his happiest day. What does Jake do? He has his happiest day, but, well, that's going to be on the next point, but he stays behind. Both stayed behind. So those two, 16 and 17, are both, like, resemblance. Like, they both want to help said angry soul, Andrew and Cassidy, reach their happiest day. 18. This one's still controversial. Both
Evan is
had a
old man
grandfather-
consequences.
Number 18.
I'm just eating, you know?
Can you let him finish?
18. Both had a caring father, or at least Evan/bite victim is hinted to have one or not. Now, depending on what you believe in Midnight Motorist, that he got abused by William or whatever, but with Will Plush up in the air, it's hinted that he might slightly care for Evan more. He cared for most likely Evan, Elizabeth, and Michael. Throw him out of here. Number 19. This one is... I'm going to thank Ozone for finding this for me because I never thought to put this down. Both had 5 people/plushies gather with them as they either died or was dying.
Number 20. Burger King fruit lettuce.
Okay. Anyways, let's be done with this FNAF nonsense. Let's talk about WandaVision, all right?
Can
we kick him for VC?
I'm kicking you.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
I haven't watched WandaVision, so no.
Please don't kick me.
Krakoa?
Yeah, so this is all 19 points of Evan, or Jake being a parallel to Evan.
I think that was obvious anyway. But...
Whether you want to believe it's not or is, because I heard people say that it could possibly be Charlie, but with these things adding up to be more Evan, it's unlikely now.
Yeah, even though it was highly
Let me
obvious.
express my thoughts.
Go ahead.
May I say one thing before you? Just one thing, just quick something. Krakoa, thank you for all that, but good God, that is so much.
Yeah, underscore doesn't like. Never mind. I
don't even know what's happening right now.
It would have sounded bad.
Underscore has an attention span of 2 seconds.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
It's true.
Attention
It's
span
true.
of a
It is
Underscore,
true.
underscore hates big things.
I guess he's in the rabbit hole of his mind.
If something doesn't, if underscore hates big things, if it takes more than like 5 seconds to get done, he doesn't like it.
All right, guys. Let's talk about FNAF. All right, you guys should stop going off course. You know, this is a FNAF stream. Let's talk about FNAF. You know, I can't believe you guys.
You want to talk about the
I'm gonna
Anyway,
I'm gonna
you're
mute
gonna
him.
say Yankee?
Yeah. I do get your points, but I do think some of them are like very strict. Like the one with anger, like that was like very loose. That was like very loose, in my opinion. I do think most of them were loose, but like I get some of them like.
Chat. WandaVision is a TV show on Disney Plus. You're welcome.
Or and the Brinkner one. But I don't really agree with it. I don't agree that Jake represents like the bite victim in any sort of way. Personally, I don't know. He might represent nothing, or maybe Vanessa in some way, but nah. But I get the points. Like brain tumor, 5 flashes, 5 people. Yeah, you have good points.
Can I have a turn?
Oh, and
Hold on. Somebody just said, "What is WandaVision?"
And I explained it to them.
Come on.
I have
I do not know what WandaVision is.
Dude, it's WandaVision.
I mean, almost everything points towards Jake being a parallel to the bite victim. I mean, he provided.
I agree.
And literally everything can parallel anything. No.
It's undeniable.
Let's have Inky. Let's have guys. Inky goes first because he had something to say first.
Yeah.
Was that him saying before?
That was me, yes.
Let Inky speak.
Because the
So obviously, Krakoa, I in no way want to invalidate the work and analysis you've put into these parallels, but I must say, like Yankee, very many of them are very stretchy. For example, one I specifically kind of I don't want to say scoffed because that sounds a bit rude, but the connection of
sound.
The
food,
both characters having friends is not a parallel, because that goes for anyone in
anyone on Earth
except you.
As far as the 5 people one, I've noticed quite a bit of confusion around that when it's not something that's really that much to be confused about. Also, its intention in the text is very clear and does not really have a deeper meaning. So, I guess somewhat spoiler warning for the real Jake, even though we've already been talking about it. I'm going to be talking specifically about the ending, though.
Been 2 months.
Yes, I know. But if you remember, at the time of Jake's death, there are 5 people present in the building. There is Margie's friend, Jillian, and 3 medical workers. So obviously people have latched onto the phrasing that there are 5 people and used the number 5 to try and match it with the plushies at the end of the Night 6 cutscene in FNAF 4. And it's already a bit stretchy that simply just the number is what's being used, because 5 is a number, it's a very common number. But the whole reason that the final paragraph is the way it is basically, there are 5 people in the room, they're all focused on Jake, who is dead. Notice how, even if they were representing the plushies, the plushies talked to BV as he was dying. The 5 people only enter the room after Jake is completely dead, therefore invalidating a connection at all. But in order to dissipate any confusion regarding this, the actual intent of the paragraph is to demonstrate that nobody noticed that Simon the doll, which Jake possessed after his death, as evidenced by the Stitch Wraith, because I'm fairly sure the mask on the Stitch Wraith is part of the Simon doll.
It is.
So he immediately possesses the doll after his death. But the thing about 5 people, 5 pairs of eyes, and they all missed something, and that was that the cabinet door was open. So
it's actually sets of eyes.
Well, yeah, sets of eyes, pairs of eyes. It's eyes. But the detail is mentioned. The detail is mentioned just to show that nobody noticed the doll had moved, had escaped from the room. It's not a really big, deep lore thing. There were 5 people in the room. There could have been 6 if there was an extra medical professional, but like there were 5. It wasn't 4, it wasn't 6. 5 is just the number that the characters were, and they all missed an important detail, and that's why it's brought up.
I mean, I think it's a bit too similar to the ending of FNAF 4. So I think there's definitely some sort of link between it, even if it may not be the strongest one. There's some sort of link between it.
I don't really see a link, because Jake is already dead. There's no one talking to him as he's dying, and there's obviously no flat line.
Wait a minute.
There's really no connection to the ending cutscene of Night 6, because the only connection really is that someone dies.
I just remembered something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Marjorie, before she entered Jake's room, didn't she hear like whispering, like voices?
Well, okay, listen.
That's what I was going to talk about, dude.
She hears whispering, but I believe it's before he dies.
Yeah, that's
However,
it's talk about that.
It's still
that, though.
Like it's still a good point that like she.
But
hears,
also, the night before, doesn't Jake have like terrors or something?
Does he?
I don't recall that.
I don't recall this.
So if she heard the whispers before he died,
So I just want to say
maybe
something
after he died.
underscore. I am sorry for the 10 minutes, but I just gave my point across.
Also, I wanted to elaborate further on Krakua's thing because I got a few ideas, and I also wanted to respond to Impulse Even. But to Impulse Even because I think he said it. If he didn't, then I'm sorry. But someone said about the Krakua's thing, he's literally giving you points and you don't believe it. Yeah, I just think the points are good, they're possible, but I don't necessarily agree with them. And the other thing, there are 5 nurses, right? There are 5 nurses around Jake.
3
No,
and
there are 3 nurses. There's one
Five
important one
total
named
people.
Nancy. There's 2 girls, which is Gilly and Margie, and then there's 2 guys.
Yeah, there's like 5 people around Jake, right? And this brought me back to something. The police in the Stitch Wraith stories, if I recall correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, found 5 dead bodies bleeding something black, and they visited, in Epilogue 2, they visited a sick boy's house.
And we know the 5 people that died.
The room had black things all over, like matte scribbles in black.
We know who.
May I explain?
We know who the
that?
5 dead people are, though. Don't? Yeah, we do.
Can I elaborate on some of that?
It's Finn. Oh.
So those 5 dead people are people who either interfered or tried to like mug the Stitch Wraith because they all had criminal records.
No, remember it was it was Phineas.
That's a good point.
It was Phineas, the garbage truck driver.
Oh yeah.
2 thugs and 1 person that we don't know yet.
And then
yeah, that's a good point. I just found a connection. Sorry, just forgot about the criminal record.
For the house that he visits, yeah, that's Jake's house. And when his soul entered the doll, it scribbled all over the cabinet that it was in.
Yeah, it seems to. There's like mad black scribbles and like black marker everywhere.
I never made that connection, so that's interesting.
Oh, you
Makes
didn't
sense,
really?
Well,
Okay,
I only finished Blackbird last night.
Wait a minute, isn't the because there was a mention of like some Simon like representing Jake getting punched in the eye. Didn't it say it was like colored or whatever?
No, the eye is blacked out, which is why Andrew can't
The eye
see.
is like with black marker, I guess, like blacked out. So that could be a connection to the black scribble. But I think the Simon doll could have just like scribble or Stitch Wraith came in there.
Well,
for some reason.
the thing is that when his soul entered Simon, he took the same markers that Margie was using to write all over the doll to scribble all over the cabinet. She did the eye thing, but he took the markers and did the scribbling.
Okay, well, I want to kind of transition a little bit here, because we're talking about the real Jake quite a lot, and that kind of relates to the crying child. And I want to address a comment that I get a lot in like the videos that I've made about this, and it's just come up in the chat as well by, funnily enough, someone called Who Cares About the Name, asking. Like, who actually cares what the name of the crying child is? So can somebody explain in an unbiased manner why
Well, the name of the crying child, the reason it's so important is because if we don't have a certain name for it, people are going to assume, oh, it's Cassidy, oh, BV5th has a chance. But if we know the actual name, it debunks BV5th, it debunks Mike Victim, and it gives us a kind of certain answer as to what the identity is. It's not just a name, it gives the
name,
identity of the crying child as well.
The name.
It would separate the 2 characters.
I'll explain my view on it. Why is it important? It's because it can help us solve his identity, because we have like many theories about his name. We have like Cassidy Victim, Rob Victim, Norman Victim, even Mike Victim, and like if we get his name, then that's not like Cassidy or anything. Then Cassidy Victim probably isn't true. Mike Victim probably isn't true, because these theories basically say this kid's name is this and this. Not necessarily BV5th, like people say, because Cassidy Victim and Mike Victim 5th are not the same at all. Cassidy Victim is just a add-on to some interpretations of the theory.
Yeah, now that you said that, yeah. Some people were trying to tell me about a theory called Cassidy Owner, which suggests that Cassidy is the owner of the logbook. I don't see how that could work in the slightest.
It makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense.
I see its points, but it also has some flaws, like the fact it doesn't quite explain. Like, it has some things going for it, like how Mike isn't the original owner of the logbook, and that's pretty much confirmed by the fact that he wrote his name on a sticky note instead of just in the book. But yeah, the main thing that Cassidy Owner doesn't account for is how Cassidy's name got in the crossword puzzle, or not crossword, word search.
Is it okay if I add on to that? Is it okay if I add on to that?
You first, then I got some.
Okay. It's just that, what would be the point? It took us, 3 months after the logbook came out to find the name Cassidy, and only for it to be revealed that it's just this random person that we see once and probably never again. It doesn't really add anything at all.
Plus Cassidy is already.
I gotta go, so bye guys.
In defense of the theory,
but what we're saying, sorry.
To actually talk about Cassidy Owner or Cassidy Detective or whatever you call it, the theory states that Cassidy will most likely return in a future game, and the future series, and Logbook was basically a teaser for that, as well as hang up some loose ends about the crying shoulder Mike.
How long ago did the logbook come out?
Where's
The logbook is
there
very
any
old.
evidence for that actually happening?
The logbook came out in 2018.
Yeah.
In late 2017. Late 2017.
So it's not even
Got
before
probably-
FNAF 6. I don't see how that would be a teaser
It's
for the next
after FNAF
series.
6. It was after FNAF 6, like a few weeks after FNAF 6.
Okay.
And the theory says that it's basically, as well as tying up some loose ends, it's a gateway to the new lore. Like this new character that's gonna appear later on. Because I do think like around FNAF 6, Scott already had the idea of like company games like Help Wanted. I do think he already had that plan.
Can I add something real quick? It was relating to what Yankee said about like oh, it could parallel Vanny or whatever, but Scott said at one point that the books are supposed to connect to the past, so Vanny is a future, not the past.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. He said it will give answers and look back. Continue.
Look to the games for the past. Look to the future look for answers to the past. Look to the books. For answers in the games, look to the future.
Yeah, he said in the post that the games from here on out are going towards the future. The books are supposed to fill in the gaps from the past.
Yeah, the gaps. It's supposed to solve something from the past, but like including things from the future of the story, like William Afton returning from his torture, which happens, is basically like that. And I do think Jake is either like just a fan-made character, like a fan-made scenario of even had a child, or is like a representation of like Vanessa bringing William Afton back. I do have some other points to the theory. I just don't know if I want to explain them right now. But yeah, I do think he's either like just like a OC, you may say, or he is like a Vanessa representation, like stand-in.
And I don't get the OC part. Like he's a canon character.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
it's a joke. You know how people make these like animate children of like characters. Yeah, basically that it's like a non-existent in the game's child of even.
I say the game, like, when we started making parallels the first time ever, that is in Ultimate Custom Night. The anime cutscenes, Toy Chica and Freddy and Foxy are the first time, at least that I know of, that we used parallels. I think Scott took that into consideration with the books.
Underscore, you wanted to say something about them?
Yes, I've been holding this for like ages, but
sorry.
You can go to the bathroom.
In the I know we don't exactly I know a lot of people don't exactly like the Freddy files, but there's something mentioned in the updated one. It was that it was referencing the gravestones at the ending of FNAF 6, and right below that it says, for more secrets, go read the logbook. And I was thinking maybe that's kind of correlating, like, hey, this gravestone doesn't have a name, maybe you can find the name in the book.
Yeah, that's kind of a part of the reason why I think logbook makes more sense if it just reveals names of the two mystery gravestones that we had no idea about, like the one covered up by grass and the one on the top of the hill.
Wasn't the one that
yeah, I won't elaborate. Cuban knows what I'm talking about, but yeah.
Alright, can I just explain a problem with that? Because, like, I know...
Yeah, I know your problem with it. Yeah, Cassidy, probably, or whatever. You can go on with your point.
Okay, but, like, with Cassidy, and with the It's Me and the word search, I get that other characters have said the words "it's me." You have Michael saying "it's me." You have William saying "it's me." I think you have... Who else said "it's me"? Oh yeah, the puppets said "it's me" a total of one time throughout the series.
Yeah, Freddy and Bonnie said "it's me."
The Freddy, I linked that to the Golden Freddy hallucination. I linked that together.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Golden Freddy, but the thing is, Golden Freddy says "it's me" all the time. His loading screen in FNAF World literally has the description, "it's me."
Yeah, that's like his signature line.
I'm gonna.
I always come back. It's associated with William.
I'm not finished. But the logbook was meant to solve one of the gravestones, and we got that. Cassidy, the 5th gravestone. And the 4th closet heavily hinted at the gravestone on the top of the hill being Charlie's, because you get that in the 4th closet's ending. There's a grave high up on the hill under a lone tree. It says, "Beloved Charlotte Emily, 1880 to 1983.
And doesn't that end up fitting if you zoom in really closely on the hill gravestone? You can kind of make out Charlotte Emily on there.
You know, Cuban. I get your point. I really get your point. Also, I had this like sub idea because I do think the names on the gravestones, most likely, I'm not sure though, could be Cassidy and Even. Like Cassidy, they're the name of the puppet and Golden Freddy. But like moving on from that, what if it's there's no puppet on the gravestone and the upper gravestone is the crying child, like, you know.
I mean,
hold on, let me
I get what you're talking about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You know, Charlotte Emily, the books died at Freddy's in 1983. The top that could like give us a hint, like the grave upstairs. I can speak. The grave on the hill is like like the grave on the hill is the bite victim because he died at Freddy's in 1983. That could be a hint, like bite victim died in the upper hill, maybe.
I think it's got something to do with it being the original 6 chapter.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's say like hypothetically that the gravestone is actually bite victim on the hill. Why would William bury his own kid with the other kids that he killed? Like,
it could be symbolic.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Right.
But like, to me, it was just a little bit like.
Yeah, and specifically William didn't have to. Like specifically William, it could have been like some other people, some medicals. Yeah, you know. Rest of the family.
Yeah, I know. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Could I explain?
Crying child was cremated.
Cremated child. Cremated child.
All right. Okay, but the thing about Charlie being up on the hill, because I feel like the 4th closet like really nailed it home that the gravestone on the top is Charlie and the 5th gravestone covered by the grass is Cassidy because of the logbook. But even then, with Charlie being up on the hill, it's like symbolic of the puppet watching over the other 5, if you get what I mean. It's symbolic.
A lot.
Makes sense.
Actually, something real quick. So when you said like the "it's me" was the puppet said "it's me," if you're talking about FNAF 2, the way it started was it started with error when you first start the game, but then every night of the dream sequence it says "it's me," so it could either be Golden Freddy or the puppet. But the way the animatronics look at you, it's like, oh, okay, could be me. But
you're talking about the dream sequence, right?
Yeah, because the only time I heard the puppet say "it's me" was on her last cutscene for the dream sequence. But it's all around after the first section of when you start the game of FNAF 2.
Alright, Psychic, what Krakoa is talking about is that when you first boot up the game, FNAF 2, you have a POV moment where it's basically you're looking through Freddy's eyes, and you're in the FNAF 1 location.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was so long ago.
We can assume Michael is the one having those because Jeremy Fitzgerald would have not been to the FNAF 1 location.
Well, I don't think it's Mike. It could be.
Excuse me for being really dumb here, but why would you say that is a dream?
Because on the game files, I'm pretty sure it's called Dream Sequence.
Yeah, it's called.
It is called Dream Sequence, or just.
Are we 100% on that?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
What else could it be?
100%.
Well, it could just be like I don't know if we should be using like game file names to. I don't know. Whatever. You guys.
Well, game files. I mean, letter Norman.
Can I just Norman say? Oh no.
Scott himself said that the game files have lore, like secret things, like Nightmare being called Shadow Freddy, like the name of RxQ. Like
Why?
other things, like he was there.
Golden Freddy's laugh being a girl. Blah blah.
like,
But also, we have things like the Faz facts, which are hidden in the game files, which like don't appear in the game.
Right when he was there, like as if purple guy was next to Mango or something.
Question:
Right.
Why can't that just be Gabriel's perspective from being inside haunting the suit?
I mean, maybe, but I don't
Tis
see
That's
why.
kind of odd, actually.
I mean,
No.
that's fair.
I
We
have an
also-
idea about the dream sequence.
Yeah, but
if you
it's,
let me explain.
related to Pizza Party, actually.
First Krakow speaks them Cuban.
Okay. What if it's meant to show? What if that happens right before Follow Me happens? Because like I'm pretty sure in the files again, there's a text that says it's him, which could be referring to William inside the building.
Mm-hmm.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
And not only that, but I'm pretty sure if you brighten up the image, I don't know if it's either the lighting or this is intentional, but Freddy's mask is like purple. Take that for what you will.
I don't think there's not sure.
My one problem with it being like I like the idea of it being the POV of the animatronics during the Follow Me sequences, but my only problem with that is that since it's a multi-night cutscene, why wouldn't the animatronics like disappear over time as they're going to follow?
That's true. That's true.
Also, where's the puppet in Follow Me?
So there is something I thought of when you were talking about the dream sequence. Now, this one is still like up in the air right now for Pizza Party. And I know like a lot of you are gonna say, I don't think it could be Gabriel, but what if it is? What if it could be Gabriel and it's his birthday that led to their deaths and that's why the animatronics are angry at him?
The thing the thing that I don't necessarily agree with Gabriel being the one with the party is because that's an element that never, if you count the dream sequence, it's never brought up again. He never gets any resolution for his party. You know what I mean?
Like you'd probably
Michael's birthday into Silver Eyes when he would die?
Yeah, and Michael in that series is Golden Freddy, so
Well, now he's not.
I'm saying in the novel trilogy.
Yeah.
Who is Michael in the novel trilogy? I forget. Who's Michael?
He's Michael Golden Freddy.
Michael is Golden Freddy. Or like Fredbear, I guess. There's no Golden Freddy, there's just Fredbear.
Debatable if there's like another spear with him since we do see Cassidy, but he is Golden Freddy.
He seems to be the only one in control. He seems to be like we only see like one kid inside him.
Yeah, Cassidy in the novels is not.
She doesn't really.
She doesn't have.
We don't know who Cassidy really possesses in the novels. It's either regular Freddy or Bonnie, but it's never really specified.
Yeah, I do think Cassidy in the games is like. Yeah, I do think Cassidy in the games is like a very, very different character. A dramatically different character.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay.
The important thing about Cassidy,
but I'm saying in the call because you know, I'm streaming.
I do think that Cassidy could be Bonnie because if we are attributing to the graphic novel for now at least, it's likely Cassidy is more or less Bonnie and Michael is Freddy.
Yeah, that's what I had canon always.
Well, we'll have to wait because we have to wait till the fourth closet graphic novel.
Yeah. I do assume Cassidy is Bonnie in the books because of her pigtail design. No, pigtails Bonnie. Yeah, it's just an assumption. Headcanon.
I don't really think it matters who Cassidy possesses in the novel trilogy.
Yeah,
The important thing about Cassidy is that was her name, and that basically confirmed that the Cassidy found in the logbook is a name that's important to the series.
I do think the only relevance of Cassidy in the fourth cause is just tell us, A, the code cause was correct, and A, Cassidy is somewhat important, but she's dramatically different.
A missing child, I guess, as well.
I don't think she's the missing child, but I'm not sure. I'm of course not sure.
she is a missing
because
child.
it depends on Golden Freddy and the puppet, and yeah. Because I think
in the novels, she is described as like one of the children that's like with Carlton, for instance, like ghosts basically. Carlton,
I think.
And let me put an inconsistent thing that's been mentioned a lot. Carlton did not die. He got injected, and then he fell like into sort of a coma.
The thing about
it's unclear.
The thing to take away with Cassidy is that missing child, because in the novel and the gravestones, and we know that the Cassidy found in the word search is connected to the gravestone because of the whole my name thing on the gravestone drawn out. So I think it's safe to say that Cassidy is the name of the fifth missing child. Whether you're Golden Duo or BV fifth, that much is there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about
Talking about
that.
Princess Quest for a bit, we haven't talked about it in a long time.
Talked about
what? I will speak about it. I also have one other thing to say, like two. Mikey, I don't necessarily think she has to be a missing child in the games. Like not part of the 5 missing children is what I mean. Second is I wanted to briefly mention Bunny Cole, because there's this one thing that's probably just a coincidence, but one of Bob's kids, a girl, his daughter, becomes friends with a black-haired girl on the camp. Just a fun connection for you to
Yeah, I don't like it when I personally don't like it when people try and make connections like with that vague, like stuff like hair color or hairstyle.
It's very vague. It's
like
the
whole thing. I remember the whole thing about like Cassidy meaning like curly hair or something, and trying to connect that with the new suit kid, and I'm
I still kind of believe that.
That was very
it's a
like,
stretch.
I mean,
in my opinion, it is. I don't think it's that valid.
I mean, Key.
Let me say something first. If you're gonna at least like,
I'm back.
in some instances, the hair or the eye or whatever. In some instances, that may or may not be accurate, but you need to have more than that to kind of be able to use that. Like, let me just use Jake as an example. He's described as having similar hair and eyes to the Grindchild, but then again, there's more beyond that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I agree that there's more beyond that.
Can I add something real quick?
He didn't have similar hair. He had long hair. He had long brown hair.
Can
how it's described.
Let me find my notes, Tinky.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
I've been kind of thinking that hair color has started to become less important, because if you remember from Coming Home, Susie had brown hair, and not blonde hair.
True.
And when I first read that, I was like, oh, it's not the same Susie. But then I was like, oh wait, it definitely is the same Susie.
I don't think hair color is always supposed to be used as evidence. Maybe sometimes.
I think eye color is more important.
To the actual Evan, for instance, if we want to believe that Susie is a parallel to Evan,
wait, what?
The brown hair makes sense.
Wait.
Did you just parallel Susie to Evan?
Not the murder.
Oh, back up a bit.
There was a mention of a scar on her head.
The worst thing is that I used to believe it. I used to believe Susie and Panko was 3% even. Unironically. Okay, not even Crying Child. I'm not gonna ask some names.
Should we talk about the whole Evan thing? The Evan name found in the logbook, or
we can do that real quick.
Oh, the logbook, yeah.
You guys wanted to talk about Blackbird, so we can talk about that, or the logbook. I don't really care. It's psychic stream, not mine.
I mean,
okay.
Ozone and psychic.
Real quick,
Ozone predominantly.
Yeah, right. Okay, I've got a few things we should talk about as well a bit later.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to talk about Evan right now, then we can. Before we want to begin this conversation about Evan, I do want to do like a kind of a poll. Who here doesn't actually believe it or is kind of skeptical on it? I know Inky, you are.
I'm very skeptical on it.
I am kind of skeptical.
I definitely believe it.
I would say.
The only thing it has going for it is the Blackbird connection for me.
I would say I'm like 75%. Like I'm kind of convinced, but there's still a tiny bit of doubt in me because I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with Psych. Yeah, I agree with Psych. It's like 70%. Sorry, Cuban, you can continue.
I feel like it's right now, as it is right now. I feel like it is the most likely solution to the whole bite victim vendetta of who or what his name is. But yeah, it's okay to be, skeptical about it. As long as you accept it's a possibility.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
The end kind of helps me.
I would probably be a lot more skeptical if we didn't have Evan as a name in Blackbird.
With a brother named Michael.
So yeah.
Like the only
I think so.
Because you have to remember that people, I'm pretty sure some people found other names in the logbook before, but like Robert or Samuel. But with this, with the Evan thing, and how it connects back to Blackbird, it definitely seems the most plausible solution we have so far.
Yeah, I mean it's the closest name we have really. It's pretty much the only name we have apart from Chris, which we all hate, obviously. But I think the reason one of the reasons people are really skeptical about it is because of the N and how that was gotten.
It's not even just that. That was always a point of contention for me specifically, but I did actually I read I think it was a Reddit post sometime that sort of explained like that the code found in the logbook wasn't really valid at all, and I did end up agreeing with a lot of it. It relied on, specifically the thing that got me the most was that it relied on I can hear sounds as a response to does he still talk to you, which is a very vague question and answer scenario that I don't think really applies. So I don't think the code is very legit at all.
But at the same time,
Evan victim really only has the real Jake parallel.
At the same time, we have all of these different things in the book that still just haven't been solved. Like if we exclude Evan, so like what is that for?
I still have no idea what tally marks exactly are. Maybe some propose that it's like ventilation FNAF 3, like ventilation errors.
What about ventilation errors?
Someone had the idea that the tally marks is like Mike crossing out how many times he had to like reboot systems in FNAF 3. Like something.
Weren't the tally marks used to find Cassidy in the word search?
They were.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I thought it was just.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
I'm actually gonna. So there is two things. Obviously, the tally marks need to be solved, and we can hardly handle that. But two, you know how Cassidy was found, and Scott didn't say anything about it, but later confirmed it like a few years later with the Cassidy screenplay.
Well, it was confirmed a bit more explicitly in the fourth closet, which was only a few minutes later.
What about the kazoo? What about the kazoo?
The
kazoo was a mistake. The kazoo was quite literally an error on the part of the
kazoo boy.
I know my kazoos, and that was complete. Scott publicly said that kazoo was not intentionally made that way and was incorrect.
Yeah. I do want to step in right now on the thing that Inky just said, and Johnny, I was just reading the name. Johnny just put this in the chat as well, that Cassidy was found with the page numbers that were out of order instead of the tallies, so the tallies haven't been solved yet.
Yeah. I said that. I said that the tallies hadn't been used.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. But
I freaking hate the tallies so much.
I
hope this. Yeah, continue.
I do have a guess on what the tally marks could be. One is obviously if Evan ends up being wrong, it could be the name for the bite victim. Or, I've been actually thinking about this, could we get a possible confirmation, and this may be just me thinking out loud, but MCI year.
Interesting.
Well,
like 83 or 85.
it's in a thought. Does anybody have the logbook on them? I don't have a logbook.
Yes, sir. I do have it right here.
What are the? Can you tell us all the tallies?
All the tallies. I will.
We should
if you give me a minute, I will. But yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
One day we do a stream where we just all look at a logbook.
Here,
I don't have a
I'll do
logbook.
that. I'll get back to you.
I need
It's
a
like a
logbook.
book club, but with FNAF.
I would
Mine's in
not
England.
attend, I would not attend that stream
H9.
because I hate the logbook so much.
My logbook is like 1,000
Pinky,
miles
you're
away.
known for the logbook, though.
Yes.
While we're doing the stream, I can just like be picking apart the logbook and see if I can find literally anything.
Go ahead.
Imagine if you find something
That'd be awesome.
that no
like
one
on
else
stream.
has.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on this first thing that I have the idea to propose. This is strange because it's written by Mike, not faded or altered. But what if tally marks were how many times it has been tried to get the names of Cassidy and even by Mike, like how many times he has seen stuff and like
That'd be funny because
that
that's
would be
basically
like-
with us trying to find it.
He's listing how much he's used the logbook, like how much attempts there were to get the names.
That would
by
depend on
him.
where the tally marks are. If it's on a page that has like lots of clues for the names, I'd say that's probably a somewhat valid
The
idea.
first set of I'll tell you the first set of tally marks is on page 9. There's no clues on page 9. So
Interesting.
Page 19 is the second one.
What are the numbers in the
Ozone,
tally?
do you have any more topics
they're usually
to sort of
they're usually
just, like-
numbers of 5 and 6 or something.
just talking about tally marks in the logbook would probably not be too interesting to the stream.
Yeah, we might do this in a
Mine
separate
has
stream or something, but
5 tally marks. Let's see, what's this page again?
Krakoa, let me
19 has 10 tally marks.
Krakoa.
Yo, you just let me do this. You contribute your voice.
And
I
even
got
then,
this.
yeah, if you guys work on the logbook or something if you want to, but I think we're gonna move on from that. Firstly, I would just like to say to everybody living in the UK or whatever, Happy Valentine's Day.
Ozone, will you be my Valentine?
Oh, you found your second point today.
Ozone, will you be
Happy
my
Valentine's
Valentine?
Day, Johnny Block. Sorry, what?
Haley.
He left.
I didn't mean to do that. That was funny.
So
Wow.
Guys,
Anyway.
I wanted to say one thing in front of the whole stream. If you want to hit up Cyanide 8, hit him up, please. He needs a
Oh,
girlfriend.
I forgot to unmute him.
He's been server muted for like how long?
For how long?
Yeah, get Cyanide ladies.
Can we get him a girlfriend by March 2021?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we
Get him up on
Zana,
Discord.
it's okay. You could be my girlfriend. I mean,
This
wait,
isn't-
no.
That's not legal.
It's not legal.
Gay.
It's not legal.
One, it's legal. For two, it's gay.
Okay, everyone calm down. I know Zynite is back, but you don't have to scream and shout and let it
I
all out,
left
okay?
ages ago. I just joined back to see what was going
Right,
on.
I'm muting you. Okay.
You muted him again.
I'm
Here we
joking.
go again. Alright.
Okay, let's talk about the thingy that we were talking about yesterday. So, I mean, underscore, you know a lot about it. You were talking about this a lot
Yes,
yesterday. So,
I was.
Was it about the
do you want to
shadows?
introduce it, or?
Cuban, it was.
Are we
it
talking
was
about
the
WandaVision now?
Springlock suit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, Ozone, can
So,
we bring
Inky, you weren't there
Wisdom
for that,
Baby
were
into
you?
the stream?
No, I wasn't.
So we were kind of talking about the sister location Springlock suit from Night 4, and we were like, who is it? Why has Scott not told? Like, why wouldn't he tell us? You know what I mean? And we kind of compared it, and the suit's face looks a lot like Scrap Baby's face.
Really?
It's very similar.
It's very similar. I wouldn't say exact, but very similar.
So
The
you
nose
might wanna
is
take a
off,
look at
but we can let it
would
go.
the logic carrying that forward be that Scrap Baby is made of like a springlock baby?
I would assume that let's just say that when Baby goes back to Circus Babies, because she does to get parts to make Scrap Baby herself.
Right.
I assume she would take parts from that, which would be a prototype baby of some
Oh
sort.
yeah, maybe yeah.
And
that
then
makes sense.
and that's where she would maybe get the roller skates and the pigtails and kind of that stuff.
I think she got them like from scratch, you know, because she's been like on the street for like at least 50 years. She just literally got the garbage from the ground and made it into her suit.
Hobo baby.
Oh
The
gosh.
problem with that,
You guys want to start talking about the timeline?
she actually does have items on her that are in sister location, so it's clear that she did.
Yeah,
go
the
back.
lights.
And
The
the claw, yeah, definitely the claw. I was
claw was
so
part of
dumb.
I thought the claw was. I thought the claw was her like stomach claw.
It is. I didn't realize that till I had to read the Freddy Files Updated Edition. I didn't realize that.
Wait, you did, baby?
No, I didn't.
Here we go. Here's
no, Cuban, no.
No. It's the smallest of it.
baby.
So I think, regardless of who or what this Night 4 sister location Springlock suit is, if it was really important, I feel like it would have been touched upon by now. But we can always still like speculate on what it was.
Maybe
I just
like
don't think it's that important.
It doesn't seem like
was
it's
there
gonna reveal
anything?
anything
Was
big.
there anything in the like? Because the only time, correct me if I'm wrong, the only Fast Earth Fright books to actually like talk about sister location was Room for One More, right? Or am I wrong?
No, also To Be Beautiful and Count the Ways and
I'm talking about the physical location. I'm talking about the physical location.
A Secret Baby Pizza Hut could count.
Oh yeah.
The Secret Baby Pizza.
Oh shit! It's still playing.
Because if we were to like get another like sister location story, I would assume we would find something there for the
Hold on, guys.
identity of the
Real quick,
Springlock.
question. When do you guys think Sister Location Part 2 is gonna come out?
Yeah, I think it's gonna come out in like 2023.
I think it's coming out on February 31st.
February 31st.
January. Coming out next week.
June 26th.
Coming out tomorrow.
Comes out next week, guys.
Next week.
Yo, it's been a pretty long week since Security Breach was supposed to come out.
Are we gonna get
this week feels like it's been going on for months.
It's gonna come out in tomorrow day's time.
I actually explained what my thoughts are about the Springlock suit. There is something that really got my attention, and it's the mention of like we're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't know how it was used, or at least the way it was meant to be used. Now, what she says, like, it came from my old pizzeria, it's like she knows what it is, but it's not actually her. Or she doesn't think it's her.
That's the line that always was confusing because it almost implies that there was a murder at Circus Baby's Pizza World, which we have not heard about at all, nor never seen. So
There was a murder. There was a murder. You guys didn't know that?
It was Circus Baby herself, but that wasn't my word.
Circus Baby got murdered? I didn't know that.
Or possibility that
Zionite, your input to this stream is just
golden.
Extraordinary. Really.
It's golden.
Very needed.
No, but there was a murder. It was Elizabeth. She was the murderer.
Yeah, but like the Springlock suit, but wasn't like
that didn't involve.
A part of me thinks that the Springlock failure was the suit on Night 4, whatever it is.
Human, I swear, mute your freaking phone.
You're just.
Cuban, it's not Christmas.
Yeah, Cuban. It's not Christmas, bro.
Guys, it's Pog. I got pizza delivered.
Nice. Do we care?
Psychic.
Do we care?
Do
we care that you got pizza, Psychic?
Calm down,
I just thought it was kind of funny because we're talking about FNAF.
Yeah, because I personally think this might be just like a gigantic mini arena, like you know, it's just like a mini arena that it was like a mini arena that was supposed to be used to like dance on the stage, like people wore and like danced for them to be like a ballerina.
Isn't that just below?
Yeah, I think it was just like a big mini arena suit, basically.
Isn't that just below?
Not really. Just like a big mini arena suit, maybe a Ballora, I guess, a version of Ballora, version of mini arena. Basically, the dentist Miurina.
Wait a minute.
This
Wait a
is
minute.
kind
Wait a
of-
minute. Wait a
this is
minute. I had
kind
a
of
thought. Wait, I had a thought. Hold on. Wait. Didn't Phone Guy on night 3 say that a sister location had a spring lock failure happen?
It was night 4.
It was talking about the sister location to Freddy's. It was talking about Fred.
Yeah,
Guys.
sister location isn't a sister location.
Please tell me I'm not the only one here who thinks Juniors is Fredbear's. Come on, guys.
Fredbear's is in a entirely different place, though.
Juniors has to be Fredbear's.
Then why is it not getting fucking this look?
Well,
Why is it like outside of the society? Well, Fredbear's is like shown in a town, while Junior's is like in the middle of nowhere.
I'm
But,
sorry
I mean,
to say, but
but-
it's
Then what is
like
Juniors?
Juniors is a
Okay.
bar.
Why would it be a bar? Why do we need a random bar for no reason? In the middle of the woods.
Jesus, why are you so mad?
What? Do you think Moe's Tavern? Do you think Moe's Tavern is in the middle of the woods? No, it's at the edge of town in Springfield, okay? They're not gonna put a bar in the woods.
Which makes more
Yeah,
sense,
no,
though?
no,
A restaurant in the middle of the woods or a bar in the middle of the woods?
Okay. Dubin made a
Hey,
good
man.
point about like rebirthing Springtrap, but there is something else that is mentioned in Into the Flesh, and it's the fact, if we are to believe Madison parallel to William, he drinks and he gets angry.
Well, sure.
Why does everybody call it Into the Flesh? I swear.
It's in the flesh.
Because
I've
in
heard
the
it
pit.
It was literally in the flesh.
You said
Anyways.
into.
Springtrap baby that goes Daddy-O was in freaking
Daddy-O, whoa.
Don't do that again.
Oh boy.
Daddy-O.
Yeah. But like, seriously, what do you think of the idea that the suit is just like a big Miurina spring dog suit?
Do we have another topic then? Since we don't seem to be going too many.
Let's talk about
Security breach.
Like the biggest part of
I mean,
the
there's
lore.
not much theorizing for security breach right now.
I'm still working on the logbook, but if you get really desperate, I have something about the.
I have something to say about
Freddy
security
novels.
breach.
But you guys do something.
I have something to say about security
clips-
breach. Do you guys think the lore will be complicated in the game? Because I remember like we solved the VR really quickly. Do you think it'll have like FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3 style of lore, or what do you think?
I think it's gonna have like FNAF 2, maybe style of lore at the best, but I think it's gonna be like very simple. It's just gonna be a story told to us outright, like Bonnie kills kids, P kills this. No. It's not gonna be like very overly complicated secret mini games, secret cutscenes, secret codes.
See, I disagree. I think it's going to be a bit like FNAF VR, but also we've heard like Montgomery Gator's going to have like his own golf course and stuff. I wonder if like getting hole-in-ones or something will unlock secrets or something. But I don't know.
Levels.
I do agree with what Ozone suggested. I do think like they're gonna have a similar gameplay, but there is gonna be teeny little Easter eggs that goes to a bigger meaning. Like, it's not gonna connect to the past, but it is gonna connect to the future. So it might likely, like, let's say Vanny kills a child, but we didn't know a mini game of Vanny killing a child, and that was how we know, yeah, Vanny killed a child. So it's gonna be simple gameplay, but it's gonna have little secrets.
Will security breach...
I think in security breach. Hear me out. Roxanne is gonna have huge.
I'm muting him.
A huge giant guitar. A huge giant.
Huge lore. So much lore. So much lore.
Okay.
She's gonna have so much lore, it's gonna kill us.
Will security breach be the end of this like Vanny arc?
I don't. Should we?
The Vanny arc.
I don't know what else to call it. I don't know what to call it.
The Vanny arc.
Shut up.
Is it arc of Vanny?
Yeah, the arc.
No, Vanny's gonna be like 50.
Bro, Vanny's been in one DLC in almost one game. All right, that's not an arc.
Weird stuff.
Johnny Blocks.
We should probably go back to theories instead of just rambling about generic security breach predictions, because those get really boring, at least for me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's the chat's thoughts on BV5th?
Here we go.
I'm deafening myself right now.
Okay,
All right.
underscore. You
So
said you
now
had
that the
something to-
BV fifth believer is gone.
Are you done? Are you done? Are you done, guys?
Okay, underscore. You can talk. You can talk now.
What you want me to talk about my Fazbear Fright
your epic
idea?
topic, your epic Fazbear Fright topic.
It was some people were there, but it was that odds are we actually know the age of the crying child when he died and the year and age of the crying child when his mom left. When Miss Afton disappeared from the timeline.
Okay.
So I think this was Krakoa that sparked this, but in what was it? Bunny Call. Yeah, he sparks everything. In Bunny Call, there's this dad, this other dad that talks to the
that
main
was
dad.
Cuban. No, Cuban.
Oh, that was Cuban.
I'm praising you.
Hey, I don't recall what his name was, or if we even know his name, but he talks about how when he was a kid,
Philip.
Okay, his mom left or died, probably left, and then his dad went berserk.
Yes.
This guy's
She died.
mom.
She died.
Okay, well, this guy's mom died when he was 5 years old, and then we come back to the real Jake, where Jake's mom also died when he was 5. And then there's that Jake. Let's say this means something. Jake got his tumor at age 6. I would assume that the crying child is age 6 at the bite, and
especially
Miss
because
Afton,
of the voice.
and that Miss Afton left in 1982, or just kind of disappeared from the timeline in 82, a year before.
My
I
opinion on
want
that.
to say something about the wife of Evan. Believe it or not, her name is, get this, Roxanne.
Hot, dude.
That is Evan.
Yeah, I know. Very weird.
So my thoughts about the whole age thing. Obviously it doesn't really conflict with anything, but I also
except for Mike Victim.
Well, okay.
True.
But
True.
True. My there's ground there. I just would not. I don't think it's enough to say like, "Hey, this is confirmed," or like, "This is very probable."
Also,
I
you
think
have
it's
to
an idea.
hold up. Also, you have to consider the voice file, not the voice file, the sound file for FNAF 4. If I pull it up, we talked about this yesterday. One of the voice, sound files. If I could find it.
Hey, you know that sound file. It's the bullies laughing.
It's the bullies laughing, and it's titled "Child 6 Years Old."
Which I suppose
it's possible.
No,
it's possible, but it could also just be a stock sound.
Really?
I don't like going with that one because it's like a stock sound. But I do think that a wife or mother leaving at age 5 is kind of appearing twice. It's just a little interesting to point out.
Yeah,
I think Scott's teasing us at this point about the divorce or death.
Another thing, though, is that Scott doesn't write these stories.
But he does supervise them.
He obviously supervises them because his
he
name's
can
still on the
be
cover,
like,
but
he could technically be inserting details. Hey, make sure you include that the mother left at age 5 in both of these stories. You know what I mean?
He definitely could, but I don't think there's we don't know enough about that process to predict what things are important and what things are just plot details that are coincidences.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So that's why I don't think I would.
Also, they were made
say that
they were made to clear up the past.
Yeah. And
okay, that's
before,
another thing. They weren't made to clear up the past. That is a very common misconception. Yes, he says they can be used to clear up the past. He says look to the books for answers to the past.
Yeah, okay.
But they're first and foremost works of literature, and the plot and the story and the pacing comes first. The lore is really an afterthought.
Well, I mean, regardless of if he inserts this mother left at 5 detail, it's still a story, but it still leaves space for him to insert that.
Yes, it does.
And I suppose it's really up to opinion if, because like
whether it's
you
like
could-
enough. Yeah.
like you could have this, like, you don't think that the author would insert that the mother left at 5 twice without
it the same
being
author?
prompted by Scott? I don't know. That's the thing. And if it's not the same author, then there's clearly something going on here.
Well,
Yeah,
it could go either way if there were two different authors. Just because either
Coincidence
it
would be
was
a
a
little
complete
too
coincidence.
coincidental.
I can
Actually,
tell you that Andrea Wagner did write down the real Jake and Blackbird. So if that's the case, what if she wrote Bunny Call and a tie-in?
do we know specific authors to specific stories?
For
Only
Bunny
in
Call and
Blackbird,
Blackbird,
actually.
yes. No, it was for
Only
Bunny
in
Call as
Blackbird.
well. No, it was in Bunny Call as well. Had the table of contents with who wrote
Nope.
what book.
we know
Not on mine.
well into
Mine
the
did.
pale.
I don't know what to tell you, but
Well,
mine
look
did.
at that,
That's how I
Pinky.
knew. I was like, okay, who wrote In
Yeah,
the
they
Flesh, and it was.
It is
Who
Andrea
made this?
Wagner.
I had to
mean
find
what?
out who was responsible for it, so that's how I knew.
In
that
the Flesh
Bunny
is
Call
a
had the
good
table of
story, though.
contents.
I liked it.
You know what is a good
It's
story?
one of my
I'll tell you.
favorites.
I'll tell you what a good story is right now. The
Hey,
Among
guys.
Us
What?
musical.
Shut
looked at
up,
the-
Cyanide.
Amogus?
Inky. You were right about. I didn't really look at it, but this was written by
Oh,
Andrea
stop!
Wagner,
Please mute.
Bunny
Stop
Call,
using me.
and the Man in Room 1280.
Alright, so it is the same author. Which, once again, could really go either way, because since it is the same author, she could just... well, you know, okay. It's fair.
So
It's fair.
she could
I mean-
just default to 5 years. I assume that's what you're saying, Inky? I assume.
Yeah. But I admit that there's something there. I personally don't think it's quite enough to, like, say that it's probably his age, and that's probably when
I
she
mean,
left. It's just
for
sort of an
me-
idea. That's a decent idea.
For me, in this story, I just kind of want closure, and when I see something like that in the books, I immediately think, oh, maybe that could connect, and that's just kind of nice to have.
It
Like-
is, but we can't let that overshadow the actual evaluation of it. Because
guys.
that's why
Guys.
that's why Evan Victim spread so widely and was that first day everyone pretty much was very sold on it, and I think that's mostly because people wanted an answer so badly that they were willing to overlook the small problems with it.
Also,
Alright,
in the end,
guys.
a problem with these books is like I said, hey, I interpret this 5-year-old thing as probably a pretty good answer, and then it all comes down to interpretation, which is the problem. There's multiple ways of interpreting things. We never know how somebody's going to take it and how somebody else isn't going to take
I
it.
think I interpret the end of Hide and Seek different than other people. Which I
You
won't
probably
talk
do.
Which I won't talk about.
Yeah, we should probably not talk about it then.
Yeah, also, I do think most of the community is solving the books in a way that I don't agree with. I don't think that's how we're supposed to use books to solve the lore, but also I wanted to mention something for a discussion. Two things actually. It's about Nightmare Fredbear, so you can chew on it. Nightmare Fredbear's laugh is actually laugh of a boy.
Okay.
Yes, the laugh of a boy just modified. And second thing is that in Ultimate Custom Night, and most of his lines repeat what the Fredbear plushie says, but in a dark, twisted way. So, what do you think of these two details? You can crunch on it, I guess.
I have a question first.
Hold on.
Yankee, what do you think of Golden Freddy's laugh being a girl's laugh?
I'm not sure. It could just it could just be a stock sound, or it could be important. I don't think it's important because Golden Freddy's male and UCM.
Yeah, which laugh? Which laugh are we talking? Was
So-
it all the way back in
Golden
FNAF
Freddy's
1?
laugh. Underscore asked me about about Golden Freddy's laugh. Yeah, I don't
small
know. if it
gender
matters or not.
debate about to happen.
I don't
So,
know. Yeah.
what I'm saying is, you're asking us to think about Nightmare Fredbear's laugh being male, but you think that Golden Freddy's female laugh is a stock sound.
No, I'm just saying because he has a childlike. It doesn't matter if it's a boy. It's a child laugh. I mean.
That's the
wanna
same
explain
thing with
the-
the girl laugh as well. I don't know. That
You know,
is
like,
an
it-
interesting
like-
point, though.
Like the girl laugh is supposed to show us, hey, there's a kid there. Maybe like one of her is female. Like I mean, Nightmare Fredbear also has like a child laughter. So, do you think Nightmare Fredbear could be a child soul? And also, what do you think of him repeating like Lashbear lines, but like in a dark way? Like I will put you back together, but tear you apart all over again. We know who our friends are.
Could he just be
Actually explain
repeating?
the,
Could it be just something like he's
voice
repeating
line.
what William once said? Because like, if it's Will Plush a thing, if that's a thing, I don't know. I kind of think Will Plush is a thing after the real Jake, but
Yeah. The end of that for like they really doesn't fit with Will Plush. Like Will randomly changes his voice and then like still pretends to be a plushie. Like we are still your friends
Yeah,
or whatever. Like,
I
it's
think
weird.
Will Plush works for most of the game, but definitely not for the Night 6 ending cutscene. That has
Yeah,
to
I
be.
well,
just- I
doesn't
don't
the
know
color
how-
change though? Doesn't the text color
Yeah.
change?
It does.
So
I actually explained something concerning the laugh giggle girl voice. So there are two chances. So one is obviously outright you hear it when you check the Golden Freddy poster, but then you hear it in Freddy's voice, but you have to like slow it down or reverse it or whatever. You do also.
No, you have to speed it up. You have
Yeah,
to speed it up.
You hear the.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. That
That's
just
not
sounds
good.
weird. That just sounds weird. Don't do that.
Was not
Just do
accurate,
that.
but you get the point. Like the
Yeah.
Freddy, two laughs has the laugh giggle girl voice.
Yeah. So
Sounds
the
more like
the
a
Golden
demon
Freddy,
girl.
the Golden Freddy laugh can't be used to hint at the gender of the kid possessing it, because I think what you said, Kirko, is that Freddy has also the laugh of a girl, and we know that it's
Yeah.
Gabriel.
It's
Yeah.
just
So
slow
the laugh,
down.
yeah. And there's outright confirmation that Golden Freddy is possessed by a male child in Ultimate Custom Night. They cannot be talking about the animatronic Golden Freddy because they're not talking about him in the context of it. It's the one you should not have killed is a he. So if it is,
Yeah,
if
I do strike the other way. Believe the Golden Freddy kid is like a boy. Whether Golden
I have
Freddy
an
is supposed to be,
interpretation for that. I have an
people,
interpretation for that.
One person.
Golden
even
Freddy is a
whatever.
boy and a girl.
So what?
And duo.
Can I say something, please?
Woohoo.
Yeah, finish.
I've been trying to say something for a while.
Well, can I say something useful? If we're
That's
talking, if
cool.
Golden Duo is to be believed, then technically William did kill his own son. Technically, because he made the suit that got him killed. Technically, if we
That is not. Just be quiet. That was not useful at all.
It's
it's a stretch. I didn't say. I'm just giving out ideas.
Psychic, you said you had useful information.
Well, it's more useful than Zionite. It's more useful than Zionite. Are we gonna sit here and say that he's useful? Kidding.
Actually, there is something. It's not going to support it, but there is something mentioned in FNAF AR that suggests that William is the so-called creator of everything. Like everyone believes, like the company and everything. William Afton is the man. He's the one who started everything. They ignored Henry. So in a sense, it's not saying like William's creation did it, but in reality, it was Henry's.
Yeah, it's definitely possible that Henry built like Fredbear.
Yeah, but like.
Okay, guys, real quick. MCI 85 or MCI 83? Come on.
83.
85.
83.
Cuban, you're the one who made me believe 85.
Undecided. 84.
84?
That's a real choice.
See, the reason 85 is, the reason 85 is wrong is because the kids weren't missing, and also there were 6 of them. Like,
Okay, actually, this
there
goes
was
on to the
5
next
missing
topic that I have.
kids, not 6. Charlie never went missing. Let's just keep that in consideration.
This goes on to my next topic, technically. So, we can talk about the MCI a bit here if we want. But we got a question from Foxy Plush. Are the toys possessed or just
Absolutely.
corrupted?
I got a question for him. Is he really Foxy? That's the real question.
Shut up!
Are you
Zach.
really kidding me?
Alright. So
Actually,
there are two things confirming that the toys are possessed. One is that even a malfunctioning robot does not partially dismantle itself in the case of Toy Chica taking off her beak or losing it. And absolutely, a malfunctioning robot doesn't crawl into the vents. That is something that only something manipulating the robot would do, as well as save them. If save them isn't the toys, then it's just a bunch of random dead people.
But why would a
And
kid
that's not
want to
how
crawl
FNAF
through a
works.
vent, regardless
Can I actually
possessing
explain
a
save them real
stupid
quick?
robot or not? Why would they do
They
that?
wanna get your night guard.
I actually explained save them real quick. So some people, this is related to one of my old original theories, but there was an idea that the reason why William is tampering with the animatronics is because if he was to be caught killing a child, he would be, the police would be notified. But what I'm saying is, like, kill the children, but first he tampered with the animatronics. He killed the children. He tampered with the withered animatronics. Got out, and the criminal investigation was beginning, and the animatronics start to act weirdly towards adults and aggressive towards staff.
Are the
Why
withers
is that?
possessed? Are the withers possessed? Surely
Yes.
they are.
Most certainly.
Well then,
That's a fact.
Of course the withers are going to be possessed. No, they're
Let me
malfunctioning.
finish. Let me finish.
Of course.
But the animatronics,
So doesn't
the
that
weather
prove
animatronics are still in the back
MC83?
room, but the toy animatronics are looking aggressive and hostile to the staff. And why is that? It's because the children were killed by a staff member, aka the day shift guard.
No,
and
they said
want to
adults.
but
They looked
since
weird at
William-
adults. The
since
animatronics,
William
not just
tampered-
staff.
Since William tampered with the animatronics before killing the children, they aren't able to identify like who it is because the animatronics' facial recognition systems have been tampered. So everyone is just a criminal now.
So
I gotta say the line.
doesn't the fact that the withers are possessed prove that that's MC83 because the withers came from somewhere and they got withered, so they're older. So there was obviously
They came from the original Freddy's location.
yeah, where MC83
Which is where the MCI
happened.
happened.
Yeah. So it can't be
And
85 'cause-
the original Freddy's location is where Pizzeria Simulator happens.
Wait,
Not
what?
to mention,
Wait, what? Wait. What'd you say, Cyanide?
This is the Pizzeria Simulator, right?
Yeah.
The building,
Yeah.
you build the pizzeria in. That's the original Freddy's location, the
I
MCI
actually do
one.
remember something about that.
Is that true?
Yeah, so
Because the Freddy mascot at that location on the signs is Withered Freddy.
True.
So if you put two and two together,
Yeah.
that's the original location.
Yeah, and
If it was
also
the original
Susanna, because
location, then
let me follow up the Zanite fig, please. Then you can finish.
If it's the original location as well, that means
Right,
that's where
also-
Charlie died, because that location has the alleyway where Charlie
yeah, I
died.
was about to mention that, Zanite. I was.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
also
about
where
to
the
say that.
minigame showing it even happens. So.
Yeah, they have the same alleyway. So yeah.
So Charlie didn't die at Fredbear's.
yeah.
Because some people say that. She died at
Wouldn't
Freddy.
it mean that we go back to that location 3 times?
No.
Yeah.
The FNAF 1, FNAF 1's location, completely different. Completely
because
different
it has
than the
the
MCI one.
same safe room. It has
Yeah,
the same.
Actually,
same
never
room.
mind. It's the same building. Never mind.
Just a real quick 180.
Yeah, they're just fucking.
I mean, it
No,
makes sense.
Actually,
makes
on second
sense
thought, they're the
for-
same.
It makes sense for the FNAF 1 location to be the one that's revisited the most often, considering it's like, FNAF 1.
It's
that's
where
like the
everything
classic.
If you think about it, everything circles around back to that location.
Yep.
We started there, we finished there.
We brought
Technically,
all
we
the ground.
finished the
another
original
thing
trilogy
that
there.
makes
Not
me
trilogy,
doubt it, and it's the fact that you
series.
expand the building and it was already large enough as it is.
Well, it needed renovations because it's been abandoned for quite a many years.
30
so that
years.
explains any amount.
It's been 30 years.
Let's just keep in consideration, FNAF 6 takes place during 2023.
Yes.
I,
Yeah,
Or
or
2023.
I say
Those are
FNAF 6
2023.
takes place a year later, so
No,
2024.
no, 2023. Okay.
I believe it happens like literally a few weeks, like 2 weeks or like a week after FNAF 3.
Mm-mm.
Do we wanna go back to MCI or?
No, I think we've pretty much.
One final thing.
I should state something.
K-Tone in the chat says, take cake, Foxy go go go, give gifts, give life, and security puppet are all in the first Freddy's location opened.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I completely agree with that.
That sounds about right. I don't know enough to disagree, so I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, also, yeah, I'm gonna say
And
about
let's not forget that one scene where Bite Victim actually was following in William's footsteps and killed someone. That happened. I'm not totally gaslighting you guys.
That happened.
I actually just explained something about Foxy Go Go Go. If you notice, it looks exactly the same as the original Foxy in FNAF 1. It has the metal legs, and it has like this withered
Right,
look.
and MatPat pointed that out back in the day as far as there being the same Pirate Cove.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what about Pink Guy?
Somebody said in the chat that FNAF 1 is not the location where the Wizards were located at.
Bro.
I don't know what this guy's on, but
Forget Pink Guy, I think Green Guy's the killer.
Green Guy.
He said he denied.
Just believe Blackfoot Ferret then? Henry's the killer?
No, not Blackfoot Ferret, dude. I hate that dude, man.
Henry is the killer, so.
Also, apparently, not only that, but his son as well, the Foxy brother. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a what?
The older brother is Henry.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
So I am curious what the evidence is for MCI 85 because I personally don't think it's
literally just into the pit. It's just into the pit.
Yeah, if Nalfor is entirely built on like murders.
We should all sing Into the Pit as a joke. We should do that.
Into the Pit and the novel trilogy, because of the years, are the exact same.
The Conviction.
Because in the Silver Eyes, the MCI happens in 85. Into the Pit, the murders happen in 85.
I think just for the sake of reiteration, I think I've brought this up before, but for the sake of the stream, it's very possible that the novel world is just 2 years later because the events of Silver Eyes, since that's sort of like the starting point for the novels, where it's 10 years later after the MCI is 1995, whereas FNAF 1 is going by MCI 83 is also a 10-year difference, 1983 to 1993. So it's possible that in the books they just shifted it up 2 years.
Okay, real quick question. Do you
works.
guys think the FNAF 4 house, like the places in FNAF 4, the rooms you go to, is it all connected or is it separate buildings? Like Plush Trap Hallway, is that in a different building? Is it in the same house?
It can't be.
Hell, is it even underground? Which it's not underground, but
Clear. I'll actually explain this real quick.
It's on a FNAF 4 bedroom. Okay, let me finish quickly. The FNAF 4 bedroom and the Plush Trap Hallway are disconnected from the house, and they seem to be connected to the sister location. They seem to be separate, and I really think they're like underground for like few reasons.
The Plush Trap Hallway has a window. They all have windows.
Yeah, they have windows, and you can see light coming from the windows. Sometimes.
I mean, I have a.
So it can't be underground.
Are the nightmares real? Are the nightmares real?
They are not real. They are endoskeletons with illusion discs.
Let me. Why can I speak?
Suck it, atheist.
About.
Dang. My bad underscore. I keep forgetting.
Okay, let me finish now. Basically, I think these might be like because I don't think the rooms in FNAF for gameplay are entirely like the actual experiment like observatories. The weird rooms on this location map. I don't think they're exactly like the one in the gameplay. But yeah. So the windows could be like imagined some memory stuff, or they could be like illusions of the house, like illusion that there's windows or such, like there's something outside the window. Woo. Like no, don't say how in FNAF 4 there's literally like
you can also hear crickets in FNAF 4. Let's not forget that. Anyways, somebody asked why did William kill kids? Why, guys? Come on.
He's a psychopath.
I just want to say it's not because he was grieving over his children.
It's not Will
Out
Grief.
of the way.
Okay?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
Will Grief.
Will Grief is not.
Anger and jealousy.
He killed because he killed at first because he was jealous of Henry.
What
his
if
entire
William's
life.
wife had an affair with Henry?
Jealousy
Just
with a
saying.
hint of
Whoa!
Just saying.
Whoa!
Just saying.
Yeah,
Could have happened.
Can I seriously say something?
Could have happened.
I think at first it was just like, I'm jealous of Henry, he has a better life, and then he was just like, hey, I like this that he killed because he's a psychopath.
Will Psycho?
I agree.
That's a new theory.
No.
I guess he's a psychic.
Listen, if William has enough money to make an underground
Purple
bunker
guy?
and enough money to get parts to make like 4 murder bots, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, hold up. I just
he has a
remembered.
stable
I just
income,
remembered.
Okay.
How long would it take for William to build the underground facility? Because that's like
Probably like 5 months tops to build like.
There's
probably
no
like
way
half
it would
of
be
it.
5 months.
Like at
Don't forget
most
about
2
inflation.
years. At most 2 years.
Can I explain FNAF 4 real quick? The basically the breaker room thing. So as I explained, like in the real Jake, it is possible the FNAF 4 house and I'm gonna say it, the Midnight Motorist house are the same house because they have the same resemblance to a bungalow. They have the curved house where the door is, and also in the Midnight Motorist there's 2 windows. What do we see in FNAF 4 gameplay? The only 2 windows is where Nightmare Chica goes from, but that can be a whole new debate. But the point is, like, it's the house that is where Bite Victim's room was.
I feel like the testing lab facility. I feel like the lab.
Yeah.
The whole simulation. Hold up, let me finish. I feel like the simulation rooms are based off. I feel like
Who
William
put
based
the
it off his
time
own
out?
house.
But,
Somebody
another
put me on
thing
timeout on your stream, Ozone.
I didn't do
wanna-
it.
Another thing I want
Yeah.
to
It's probably Ozone
explain
himself.
is that they are all up basically stairways to for example, there is one place in Fredbear's that is connected to, get this, Circus Gallery. And also the FNAF 4
Ozone
room
timed out
is
Zionite.
Can you
FNAF
untime me
4's,
out, please?
I actually can't. I don't have the ability to.
No,
Ozone,
There's
Please.
no untime out button. I would if I could.
please.
Sad.
Please, why would you do it?
You said PP.
I said PP, okay? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Are we gonna get back on track?
Nope.
Yeah, back on track, please.
Yeah,
Back on track.
Can I say something? Can I say something now? I don't think the rooms are like experiment rooms because of the Easter eggs and because of the Red Bear walkie-talkie camera plushie. I honestly think the FNAF 4 rooms are like recovery rooms. Like after the bite, William popped him there. They kept him with the IV.
But why would they be disconnected? Like,
Yeah, and also I believe that I believe the plushie with a walkie-talkie or like a camera remote is not the FNAF 4 plushie. It's a replica. And like when I'm speaking, it like watches the crying child through it, and like
I had this
like,
weird.
and then Bite Victim dies in the experiment in the room.
Okay, I had this weird thought that like when FNAF 4 first came out and I had no idea what the hell it meant. I always, whenever I heard about the IV and the pills and stuff, I always thought when he ran across the room, he had to like drag the IV with him. Just drag it with him.
Think that, dude.
Well,
you just hear like the wheels just.
Yeah, you just
come on, doggy, come on, doggy.
I better not go too
Hey,
fast.
what
or
was
this
a
might come out
dog
of my arm.
barking? What was a dog barking in the background of
Oh yeah.
FNAF 4? Nobody ever talks about
Hold up, I
that.
just remembered.
Nobody ever talks about that.
Wait, I just remembered something. With 85 versus 83. With 85, Susie has resemblance to the girl at the park in FNAF 4, and not only that, if she was the neighbor and she had a dog, the barking would make sense.
William could have just killed the dog because the dog was getting annoying.
Oh, okay. Two things.
Ever think about that?
Okay, first, Can we see the kid she supposedly has resemblance to? And as far as the dog and the crickets and any sounds in FNAF 4, we should probably remember that the actual gameplay of FNAF 4 when we're hearing those sounds is Mike's dream. So I don't think those can really be used as
Wait,
actual
is it Mike's dream? I thought it was the Crying Child's dream.
It's a dream. It's a dream.
It's Mike's
and
dream
it's not a
because,
dream at the same time.
Himself said it's a dream.
It's Mike's.
The logbook confirms that.
It's the logbook.
Well, it also confirms. It's also confirmed in game because alongside like the dog barking and the crickets, we hear the FNAF 1 phone call, which only Mike would have heard.
Guys,
so
what about? Hear me out. Listen. What about Help Wanted's levels?
Let's not change
for FNAF
topics.
4?
Yes,
no, this is the same thing.
Can I ask a quick question?
Well, legit said it doesn't matter, Cyanide.
Let Ozone and then Krakoa speak. Let Ozone and then Krakoa.
I want to ask a quick question because Inky, you keep mentioning the phone call in FNAF 4. Does that mean that FNAF 4 takes place after FNAF 1?
Absolutely.
It does. The gameplay.
Well, that's true, but it's like in the FNAF 3 era because
wait. Actually, wait. Does it have to? Because aren't the phone calls pre-recorded? So couldn't you hear it?
But it's after Mike would have heard them, which is during FNAF 1.
What if
Mike was the only one who heard them?
Okay.
What if? Hear me out. The phone calls don't matter. It's just random radio static, alright?
Then you don't.
They're not supposed to sound like the phone calls.
Then you
The problem is that it is the phone call.
It is the phone calls, but they're not supposed to sound like the phone calls.
Scott said he didn't include random Easter eggs.
Yeah,
Shut
up. You know when you dream and you walk into a room and then suddenly you're in a hospital, and then you walk into another room and you're at school.
And it seems normal. And it seems
things
normal.
are mixed up in dream.
That's a dream?
What you're saying is that
Krakoa's been waiting like 5 minutes to finish his point.
Oh
yeah, sorry.
Also, I think I might go now. I think I might go soon because I'm very tired.
with me.
Who I am.
In FNAF or the breaker room, sister location, FNAF 4 gameplay is connected to the private room, and that seems a little bit off. But another thing to explain is the only two rooms that are considered observation rooms is FNAF 4's house and the FNAF 4 gameplay house. But there is another thing I want to explain concerning Midnight Motorist and sister location. I am going to ask you a question that's been raising on my mind lately, but if Michael were to have a dream or possibly be in the house of FNAF 4 house, how would he be able to do it unless he was in the house dreaming about it?
You also have to remember that
you can be in a place
he saw the rooms. He saw the rooms like. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot the private room. I forgot canonically he doesn't see the private room.
That's not the only thing. If we are to believe that he lives in his house, either FNAF 4 or another house, he would take the elevator there. But if we are to believe FNAF 4 house is connected, he would have elevated to the private room. He didn't. But also another thing to add on is, this one is a little bit controversial, but if you look at the TVs in Midnight Motorist and sister location, you see similar things. One, the TV is small and has a little tiny antenna, and two, it is a small table. Like the FNAF game.
I mean, it's a pretty standard TV on a table.
Does that mean that my TV in my living room
TV doesn't
is
matter.
the FNAF 4 TV?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're
oh my
such
god.
Guys. Okay.
In FNAF 4's mini games, we're showing a bigger TV with bigger desk, and many attributed this to Midnight Motorist, but that does not seem to be the case. As I explained before, in FNAF 4's gameplay, they have the windows. And what do we
turn on
see?
their camera.
What
are you doing? Yo!
It's the FNAF 4 TV!
Oh my lordy.
Listen, why have you not had your camera on this whole time?
Okay, I'm gonna take this opportunity to interrupt Krakoa and say, Yes, the FNAF 4 house is connected to what do you call it? Sister location, but it is not underground.
Krakoa finish.
I had to say that.
The Krakoa finish.
Sorry.
We'll
FNAF 4 gameplay house has the same windows as Midnight Motorists. If you look at that, but another thing I can possibly conclude is the mound is the elevator, which explains I found it. It was right where you said it.
Room for one more.
Yo!
I'm gonna take this quick
No
second
way.
to remind you, subscribe to Psychic. Subscribe to Psychic. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Another thing to point out is, I did this by the way. I were upside down the map of Midnight Motorists, and there was a clear path to the mound. If you are to believe the FNAF 4 house is where Michael is living.
yeah, totally.
The thing about the room for one more connection with, like, trying to connect it to Midnight Motorist and Sister Location entrance is that I really never saw that, considering the room for one more Sister Location entrance is in like a junkyard, not much like dirt around, whereas the Midnight Motorist thing is quite literally just a pile of dirt. I don't know what. Like, there's nothing really hinting that it's an entrance to anything.
But then what is
What is the mound for? Like,
yeah, what's the mount for? That's the thing. The mount's there for a reason. It's there.
Hello, I'm back.
People think that the mound. Alright, I'll explain.
I say, no, listen. I say
I'm a mound
that
victim now.
it's an entrance to Sister Location. Because there's multiple entrances, since there's entrances to the FNAF 4 house. So that means there's multiple ones.
Could I explain the mound?
There's just a
You
can explain it in a second, Cuban. Go get a juice box. Go drink it. Let me
I
explain.
have water.
Drink the water. Drink it like a sippy cup, okay? Anyways, there's multiple entrances to Sister Location. That main one, the main one, is most likely the mount.
So what are we?
Midnight
What are we
Motorist
doing?
talking about, right?
Yeah, we're talking
I
about.
completely
like, the
forgot
dirt
what
farm.
topic we're on anymore.
You were gonna talk about the mount.
Guys, have you guys heard the theory mound victim?
Oh, shut up! Can we mute Psychic?
The popular
Can we
theory
mute
with the
Psychic?
mound.
If you mute me, then I control the stream.
Let me explain.
Cuban. Guys, listen to Cuban.
What? Okay. I think the mount is either. Alright, the popular theories with the mount is that it's a secret entrance to Sister Location.
Which it is.
It could be either a nightmare animatronic, or the third option is that it's Elizabeth's grave.
I doubt Elizabeth. Elizabeth is probably the favorite child. Why would she get a shallow grave?
The thing is,
And why not just give her a proper like burial or whatever?
the thing is, if it was a grave, I'm sure he would have shaped it like a grave. It's literally 10 pixels in like a triangle shape.
It's not shaped like an entrance though.
It's shaped like a graveyard. No, not a graveyard. Like a. You know what I mean.
Also, the thing
I feel
about
like
her
it's
not
an
getting
entrance to Sister Location. That's my take.
Because it is an entrance to Sister Location.
The
Cuban.
thing about
You're
it not
right,
being a
Cuban.
proper burial for her, keep in mind that her death was covered up with like the gas leaks thing, so she probably wouldn't be buried in a cemetery. Or like perhaps, you know, out in the middle of the woods in a secluded location like a certain mound would be.
I think it's possible to be the grave, but like probably not.
How do you bury like limbs?
Very okay.
How do you
That's a
bury
good
limbs?
question.
You just can.
Let Yankee speak.
Yeah. I think it just hit me because I remembered some old theories about FNAF 4, and something just hit me with this one idea, and then I got another idea. What if the life victim is scared of the animatronics because he saw the classic Freddy animatronics bleed mucus?
Oh.
What if he's afraid of animatronics because he saw them leaking mucus and he got scarred for life?
But MTI 85.
I don't think that's enough to have the Fredbear plush repeatedly mention like remember what you saw.
Yeah, we
like,
know what you saw.
I think
bleed out.
bite victims.
No, but then you get lines about you know what happens if he catches you. So he's clear.
Right.
So it's referring to
William.
under 83. It's referring to the MCI kids being lured away.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it could be both.
I feel like it can be both. Yeah.
Maybe from
Yeah,
Midnight Motorist.
hold on. I think it will. I think it could have been like he saw like Spring Bonnie lure like one of his friends. Then his friend went missing, and then the animatronic started bleeding, and he was scarred for life because his friends are gonna animatronic start bleeding, and scary Bonnie.
Right, and that's like sort of indirectly him seeing the MCI. Like I don't think
So, like,
personally.
yeah, picture a toy girl.
I don't think he saw
And
MCI
that's
as
why
a-
William murdered him.
William didn't murder Michael. If you keep saying this, we're sending you to Mongolia. Okay?
Why?
Yeah. Can I? I will
Of
have
all
to go
places.
I sent a
Yes,
picture to a toy girl, by the
Yeah.
way.
I have an idea of what Crying Child saw in FNAF 4. Like, let's say it's not the missing children's incident. I feel like it could have been, like, the animatronic
Elizabeth.
outside the window in Midnight Motorist.
Maybe.
Elizabeth.
Maybe.
But that begs the question: what was outside his window?
I know it was outside his
Those
window.
I don't know
footprints have
exactly,
never
but I
been.
feel like
It
could have
was-
been that, though.
It was an animatronic from the popular
Bigfoot.
kid restaurant Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Shadow
Bigfoot!
Freddy.
But
It
why-
was Bigfoot, dude!
Why was the animatronic there?
Okay, guys.
Why was it there? Well,
If it were to be
maybe
one of the shadow
maybe
Biggest
it was
unsolved
FNAF
mystery.
AR. No, FNAF AR. They send animatronics to your house. So what if Michael was playing FNAF AR previously, and the animatronic just went
Guys.
On his mobile phone in 1988.
Hey, that's a good idea.
No,
There is
it was
something-
in the 80s.
Wait, that's actually so good. That's so good. I love that.
Ozone. It
I'm
was
trying
in
to
the 80s.
remember.
Michael would not have a phone.
Guys, Midnight Motorist takes place after FNAF AR.
There is something else. I think
Actually, there could have always been a delivery service. There could have since the beginning.
Green guy is
I
William.
like how underscores just.
Think
I like
about
how
it.
underscore's just been quiet for like what
He's
the
been
past
taking
half
notes.
hour.
He's been taking notes.
Imagine
He's
saying-
looking at numbers in a notebook.
Can I explain
I'm
something?
watching this catastrophe.
There you are. Okay, I think, but with the footprints, there's 3 options. Actually 4, but the 4th one's kind of meh. The first idea is that it goes with the idea that Orange Guy isn't William, even though it at this point it clearly is. The second idea is that it's either Shadow Bonnie or Shadow Freddy, but then that begs the question: what are they exactly, and where do they originate? Because
And
we
so
know
how
they're
are
not
they
necessarily.
possible?
That was going to be my next
We know-
topic, really, if we ever got to that.
Hide
Can I
and
explain
seek,
something real quick?
like,
Go ahead.
So, I think some of you already know the theory that, because Spring Bonnie is usually the one that's attributed to the MCI, right? But Bite Victim is mostly scared of Fredbear. Why is that? Well, if we are to believe that Shadow Freddy was Midnight Motorist, in a sense, he was a Springlock suit.
How?
Yeah.
Because
no, I
Shadow
get
Freddy
that. I
is
get that.
often attributed to Golden Freddy, which is what we
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean.
So, in a sense, Shadow Freddy is a Springlock suit, just not real.
Wait, guys. Henry lured Bite Victim because William lured his daughter.
Yes.
I saw.
It's difficult.
Yes.
Revenge victim.
It's difficult to say what the theories are, though.
It's
Like,
spoilers for
I'm-
hide and seek, but I'm not gonna say anything. But I'll
Can I talk? Can I talk for a second?
Okay.
Okay. Remember in the real Jake, when there's
I had an epiphany while taking a piss. What if Spider-Man is canon to Five Nights at Freddy's? Think
No,
about
no,
it.
Language.
I was
Sorry.
speaking-
yeah.
speaking-
Yeah.
Okay, remember in the real Jake when Margie was hearing those like whispers and stuff?
Yo, I think she's
Yeah.
schizophrenic.
Dude.
Bro.
That was the
Go
queen.
remember that,
You are
right?
so witty.
Yes,
It's so good.
So, you know, what
Okay.
I think that is I think it could be connected to Shadow Bonnie because remember in FNAF AR when you're in the remnant mode, you hear all the whispers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do. You do hear the whispers.
You have a good point there. Actually.
Yes, it's either Shadow Freddy. Or
Did anyone
schizophrenic.
ever
She's schizophrenic,
decode
you know?
what those whispers were?
I don't think
No.
No.
Huh.
I'll be right back.
The origins of Shadow Bonnie makes a lot more sense because with Stage 01, that's where he first appears. But with Shadow Freddy, it's a lot weirder because it seems like
shadows.
It seems like
don't the shadows come from like bad events? Like Shadow Bonnie came from the MSTI.
Yeah, but the thing with Shadow
agony.
Freddy, which has always bugged me, is it seems like Shadow Freddy could have came from the bite because of FNAF 4 with Nightmare. But
Shadow Freddy's last appearance, last actual like concrete appearance was FNAF 3.
Well, no, because
I mean he was in FNAF World. Nightmare takes place technically before FNAF 3.
Well, technically, Shadow Freddy's in FNAF 6 in a sense, if you want to believe that.
Because of the troll
No.
minigame at the beginning.
The troll
Lefty
mini
is Shadow Freddy.
The troll minigame
Lefty
does
is
not.
Nightmare.
No.
The
You
troll
guys can
minigame
stop.
is
Just stop it.
Yeah, no.
But it also feels like. Oh, sorry.
No, you were saying you were going with something.
Okay. It seems like Shadow Freddy would have been created from the bite because of FNAF 4, but at the same time, with Take Cake, consider that the last thing Charlie would have seen before being killed would be Freddy giving up cake, and even more so, back to the troll mini, you see the updated sprite of that same Freddy, but you also see Shadow Freddy there.
Hey guys, I have a question.
I don't think
Guys, I have a question.
They were just gray Freddies, right? There wasn't
Isn't
really
Shadow Bonnie
Freddy.
technically Shadow Toy Bonnie? Like, isn't it the toy?
No,
Bonnie?
that was just a design. That was just because
He got lazy.
I think-
He got lazy.
I think Shadow Bonnie. Wait, guys. I think Shadow Bonnie is like the like a I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it's a manifestation of like that Spring Bonnie costume that we see in the FNAF 4 supply closet. Because it looks kind of
Shadow Bonnie is. I know what Shadow Bonnie is. Somebody grabbed Toy Bonnie, threw him in a vat of oil, and like
Okay,
just
so
pulled him out.
Cover yourself in oil.
according to I'm not saying anything about hide and seek, but Shadow Bonnie seems to be protecting things. He's not like protecting things, but he's not.
Oh
like,
wait,
trying
I
to
just
get rid-
remembered. You just reminded me. Isn't Shadow Bonnie in FNAF AR referred to Guardian in the game files?
No,
Is
way,
it?
really?
Is he actually? Hold on, let me check.
He's referred to the Guardian.
I wish I used
Is
that
he
in a
go-
millionaire question.
And I'm just gonna say it now,
Hold on,
but
let me
Cuban did make a good point about Charlie, but I'm gonna say Shadow Freddy was created by Williams because of his wickedness made from flesh line.
Oh yeah, in Ultimate Customite Nightmare's line. God damn it,
Cuban.
Christmas every half hour.
Yo, Cuban,
dragging
Merry
him
Christmas, bro.
Is it already Christmas 2021?
Yo, really?
He's from the future.
I didn't get a girlfriend yet. That's impossible. It can't be Christmas already. It can't be Christmas already. All right.
You see how like the line adds up to William making Shadow Freddy, aka Nightmare, in a sense. I am your wickedness made from flesh. Like it's his
potentially
evil, his wickedness made into one being, and will contribute to hide and seek. But Ozone, read that before anything is said.
Yeah,
I don't.
definitely...
I honestly, I read hide and seek last night. I didn't really understand much of it because I know it's supposed to.
Explain as best as I can.
People said that it was explanation for the shadows and specifically Shadow Bonnie, but it didn't really explore how Shadow Bonnie was created.
I will read hide and seek as fast as I can, and then we'll do another stream maybe or something.
I will tell you how it all basically began and how it was created, but like I said, I'm not gonna say it now. I'm gonna leave that for.
Did Gumdrop Angel come out yet?
No.
Damn, it's been a while already. Wait, when did they leak? When did they reveal Gum Drop Angel?
They revealed the covers of the books like a while before they came out.
Shut up.
No, actually, because it's been a while.
The Cliffs is coming out next month, and then Gumdrop Angel
Oh, it is?
probably like 2 months later. I don't know.
Nice,
Regarding
nice.
Shadow Freddy,
Anyway, back on
17
topic.
days to the cliff. 17 days.
Is Dark Remnant Agony?
Dark Remnant. I know what Dark Remnant is. It's just Remnant, but it's darker.
Okay.
figured it out, dude. It's just
Okay,
like-
hopefully there's no more interruptions. Alright, what were we talking about?
So how was Christmas, Cuban? How was
It's
Christmas?
my ringtone, shut up.
How was Christmas?
It's meant to be loud.
It's meant to. You know what you can put? You want to know how it can be loud? Just put an air siren as your ringtone. That'll work better, and it won't be Christmas.
Just in the middle of a FNAF debate, only an air raid siren.
I'm reporting a noise complaint from like 6,000 miles away.
Okay, bro. Alright.
Okay, bro.
Okay, what were we talking about? Were we still on the subject of the shadows?
Cuban, I just asked everyone if Dark Remnant is Agony.
I believe. Okay, let me explain what I thought. I think that it's a mix of normal Remnant and Agony mixed together, and
I could
that's
agree with
how
that.
Dark
I mean,
Remnant is
normal
made.
Remnant actually just exists because Agony's a thing. Like, it's not Agony itself, but Agony is the reason that things can possess.
I'm on the floor right now.
A part of me
Agony
thinks
technically
that
is
William,
Remnant exists.
a part of me feels like William discovered the properties of Remnant by FNAF 2, rather than during the missing children's incident.
Would that be before FNAF 1, the events of FNAF 1, or after the events of FNAF 1? You gotta explain.
FNAF 2 is after FNAF 1.
Yes.
Yes, it's in
Because
1996.
it's definitely not literal fact.
It's in numerical order: 1, 2, then 3.
Yeah.
I think like Remnant could possibly be like positive energy, and Remnant could be like negative energy.
Well, no, because how Remnant works.
Remnant is soul energy.
Cuban is a connoisseur in Remnant.
Remnant is the
let me open up
FNAF
this
version
document.
of soul power in Minecraft Dungeons.
No.
Take that into consideration.
Remnant isn't just life force. It's a metal substance that's infused with
Let me
gold.
find this document, this long document on
Also,
Remnant.
Can
No,
Agony be,
we're
like,
not gonna
positive?
read the one of them document, Cuban, okay?
No, I
just
know,
calm
I
and
don't
remote.
like him, but he makes a good point.
Wait,
Even
you're
though
actually
positive
gonna read
emotion
it?
is actually weaker than
No, I'm just pointing it out. I'm trying to find the part where it talks about how Remnant works, or like the souls, anyway.
Do you think anybody's ever played with Remnant like baseball? Baseball Remnant? You know, they have the remnant ball.
That's a
They
canon
have the
fact.
remnant
That's
ball,
what the
and they
spirits do in the
throw it
spirit
at the
realm.
pitcher.
They just play
They
baseball.
throw it at the
What did you
pitcher.
decide?
Yeah.
What did you do to the stream?
Nothing. I had to look at something real quick.
What did you do?
I had to look at
Okay.
something real quick, so I just turned it off for a second. I turned off the looky whatever.
Psychic, can you draw some? Can you draw some shapes, bro?
Sure.
Can you draw me? Draw me, dude.
Alright, I just remembered a subject with the shadows. A popular theory with the shadows has to do with the 0 point field. If any of you know what that is.
Yeah.
Is that from Fetch or?
It
that
feels
mentioned Fetch?
weird. Like, it makes
Yeah,
sense, but it
something
feels weird because it brings up questions like, is this the first time William has done this? Was it his last? When did he learn how to use it? Because with Shadow Freddy, it's implied that Shadow Freddy is the trap set in Follow Me. But, like, the question is, how would he...
I don't think it was a trap. I think
Shadow Freddy actually. I still
The
actually
trap
think
was the
that,
safe room.
Shadow Freddy is crying.
And I
honestly.
think that too, but how would... Because...
Psychic's
the
promoting
insanity
himself.
ending-
Psychic's promoting himself on the stream.
Says that
Psychics using
I
ozone.
don't know what it was.
Psychic, can you please stop promoting? I've seen you
Because,
promote.
Oh wait, I want to draw Zynite. I want to draw Zynite now.
Yeah, draw
Theory
Zynite.
says he doesn't know what the trap was, but we can assume it's either the safe room or Shadow Freddy. He says
A
he
part
let
of
them
me
in.
wants
Shadow
to
Freddy
think
is
it's
overpowered them again, and he robbed them of the only thing they had again.
But you also have to remember that, I'm trying to remember, the 0 point field,
0 point, like the thing from Fortnite?
Right?
like, he controls Shadow Freddy, and you also have to remember that Shadow Freddy, or to quote from Nightmare from UCN, I am your wickedest made of flesh. And we know that the UCN protagonist is William.
If we are to believe that
100%
William
now,
was the one that
especially
created
now.
Shadow Freddy, the line that Nightmare says explains it. It is made from his wickedness.
Okay, I have a question for everybody. Who do we play as in FNAF 4?
We play as
Afton.
Crying
Both
Child
Michael Afton and the Crying Child.
Michael. Yeah.
Okay, a lot of some people do think we play as both, but there's an explanation to show that we only play as Michael and never Crying Child. Maybe Crying Child experienced the nightmares, but like what we play in FNAF 4, that's all Michael. Because remember, Scott made that post. He's just like, none of the Easter eggs in FNAF 4 were random. And then there's the FNAF 1 phone call. So we can't really play as Crying Child. Unless Crying Child is Michael, but that's pretty unlikely.
I agree completely with you, Evan, on that. That, yeah, he
Thank
experiences
you.
it, but it's not. These nights aren't that.
Yeah.
Can I actually explain something about FNAF 4? It's in Blackbird, but there was a mention. There was a little scenario where Noel is in his dorm room and he's sleeping, and then he wakes up, grabs the flashlight, and shines around the room, seeing if there was anything around. And that reminded me of FNAF 4's nightmares. But
Psychic.
also,
Sam reminds me a lot of Crying Child too, because he was
Psychic. You just drew the white robot from Wall-E, dude.
I drew like your little profile picture. I don't know.
That's
Blackbird-
Wall-E, dude.
Blackbird
you
is
draw it?
definitely,
Where?
I think, about
On
the stream.
On stream.
Hold up.
That's the girl from Wall-E, the girl robot, bro.
Eve?
Eva?
Eve! It's Eva!
So,
Eva Latifah.
how much, by the way, how much longer are we thinking of going with this?
I don't know, man.
As long as human possible.
Because I might
Until
wanna head
Scott
out soon.
confirms something.
Well, he's gonna start dropping
another thing
updates to Scott Games.
I want him to do that. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if
K-Tone got it. How is that Wally? Yeah, it looks. It's obviously Zynite. Look at him. It's obviously Zynite.
Guys, look, it's Cyanide! It's Cyanide!
Blackbird, there's
Imagine
also the mention
if
of
by
the fact that Noel was a bully before, and then he acted like it was great, and Sam got affected by it, and in the end, it caused an accident. Like the bite of 83, for instance.
Like Sam is Crying Child.
I'm gonna draw Ozone now. I'm drawing Ozone now.
Child, but in a sense, also Christine is, because they both forgive him. And another thing is that what was I gonna say? Damn it. Also, the fact that Blackbird might be a parallel to Nightmare adds up a little bit, that Bite Victim, or Evan, is haunting Noel, aka Michael.
Yeah.
Can you draw Ozone, Psychic?
I'm trying to, but I can't figure out how to.
So, I think I'm gonna be heading out in a second, but before I head out, would anyone be interested in me playing Demolition Inevitable before I head out?
No, but yeah, you should play League of Legends, Inky. You should play League of Legends. That would be really cool.
Raid Shadow Legends.
So
Yeah.
would anyone be interested in that? You know,
Yeah, I
some
would
nice-
watch it. I would
some
watch
nice
it.
FNAF. No, no, I mean play on the piano. It's not a game.
Oh, on the piano. Yeah, I'd still watch it. I'd still watch you through the window.
But I suck. I've been trying to learn it, but I suck. I suck.
All right, so should I do that and before I head out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do the Among Us musical? Do the Among Us musical.
I'm gonna mute Zynite for when I'm playing.
No, I'm joking. I'll stop.
And there goes. 1 second.
Is that the fire alarm?
The fire alarm has calmed down. The fire alarm has calmed down. Alright, so...
The fire alarm was mad that you weren't gonna play the Among Us musical.
This has been fun, but I shall now play Demolition Inevitable and then...
Guys, it's Ozone! It's Ozone!
I just need to learn that song.
I need to see this.
But I suck. I'm so bad at that. And the majority of the song is left hand, so.
I'm gonna go close the door really quick. I'll be right back.
Play the Among Us musical. Somebody, quick! Somebody get their phone and start playing the Among Us musical through the mic, please.
Ozone, have you checked your Ozone? Look at your stream. Ozone, look at your stream.
I already have.
What did you do? Alright, so what topic are we on now?
When you're out here,
I'm just gonna really quick play Demolition Inevitable and then head out. It's been fun. And now.
Serenade me,
I wanna
scheming, something.
I'm still gonna mute Cyanide.
Guys, I want to
I'll stop.
Among Us musical before I go to sleep and finally beat the Shrek forever.
Guys,
yeah, because you should, all of you should watch.
Oh yeah,
the
muting would be a
musical.
good idea.
Guys,
all of you should watch the Among Us musical. It's the best thing ever. Bye.
Mute and let Inky play.
Why does this feel chirpy?
Shut up.
Man, it's not the Among Us musical. That's all I know.
They're going to come find you. They're going to come find you.
Boom! Oh, wait.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, I'm gonna unmute everybody that I muted.
That was beautiful.
Scheming.
Let
me get the lyrics.
I don't know
Dude, that was
lyrics.
lyrics.
But I can sing Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yo, let's sing some Alvin and the Chipmunk songs, dude.
I did it. Stop! We're not
Heck
singing
yeah.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Guys, if you want to sing Alvin and the Chipmunks, you can go to the general chat.
They roll. Okay, so I just want to say I was watching the stream and I get what you guys are saying. Shadow Freddy's made out of skin.
It was you. I only knew like the first two
He's
lines.
made out of skin.
Yes, he's made out of flesh.
Two lines of the song.
I put her back together. Just like you asked me to.
Oh, I mean, what the frick?
It can do the Michael voice. Zanik, do your Michael
Father,
impression.
it's me, Michael.
It sounds canon.
Hello, Michael.
It's canon.
My name
Hey,
is
Vsauce.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
only one thing left for me to do now.
What are you guys doing? This is a lore stream, not a Michael Afton impression stream. I'm not gonna be like,
What
Father,
are we gonna?
I just
what's
shit in
the
my
topic we're on?
Right, everyone shut up unless you want to FNAF theorize.
I'll FNAF theorize.
I want to FNAF theorize.
Yes. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
I don't know what you said, but okay.
that was
Okay. What topic do we want to dabble on?
So, what have we
I
already
think-
talked about?
I think Alvin is one
shadows.
of the MCI
We've
victims.
done a lot.
Guys,
Let's see.
for the
MCI
record,
shadows.
I did send a picture of the toy girl for the MCI discussion.
Toy Chica.
You have to scroll
Yeah,
all the way up.
Why did I just see Biden? I look at the chat and I just see Biden.
Who cares?
Nice, dude. Okay, but for real, what should we talk about?
Anyone in the chat, do you have anything we can talk about?
Yes, the chat decide. How is the puppet?
Oh, for goodness sake, Psychic. What are you
Who
doing?
gets happy? Hold up, Shadow Walker. Who gets the happiest day? FNAF 3 happiest day. Cassidy. FNAF World happiest day. Bite victim. There we go.
I'm telling people to subscribe to Ozone. Ozone, I'm doing your job for you.
There's your
Everybody
answer.
subscribe to Ozone.
Plush Trap is a character from FNAF 4.
Is Golden Freddy 2 spirits?
Yes.
I believe
But
so.
maybe not.
I believe so. Yes.
Was
What's the
Spring
question?
Bonnie in the FNAF 2 location? Yes, because William.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, William kills more kids.
It's nowhere showing, but it's heavily.
Midnight Motorist is
Yeah.
one of the most confusing events in the timeline.
Somebody
I'm muting
stop
Zenite.
spamming.
I muted
what's
him.
Midnight
Can we
Motorist.
kick him from the call?
I muted him.
I mean, we
Dude,
could
stop
technically.
spamming what's Midnight Motorist.
Pineapple. I personally never had pineapple on pizza, so I can't really be the one to
I did.
say.
I think it's
How-
mediocre.
I loved it.
Does pineapple belong on pizza? No.
I don't know. I never had it.
Pineapple only goes well on pizza when it has bacon.
I enjoy.
I don't
pizza
really
either way.
like pineapple a whole lot anyway, so.
Okay, anyway, K-Tone also says, an old topic, but I remember the AR trailer having the whispers
Yeah.
too. I don't remember that.
Well, it did, yeah. It was a lot of ambience and some of
Yeah, I
William
don't
talking.
remember-
Oh yeah.
That's a very small detail if it is like
yeah,
intentional.
yeah. And
There was
and
a
it's
little bit
Shadow
of
Bonnie
whispering
in the
if
game
you
and
listen
not-
closely.
It's Shadow Bonnie in the game and not Shadow Freddy, and the whispers play when William is speaking. So I wonder if that's a specific detail.
That
I
is
wonder if
true.
that-
That's true.
I wonder if that means anything.
What do we want
Thank
now?
you.
More ideas, guys. Do you think it was the Spring Bonnie Man suit glitch trap instead of the original Spring Bonnie? You mean that killed the kids? No.
It's the Spring Bonnie suit, not the glitch trap
The
suit.
fixed Spring Trap is the one that killed the kids.
Yeah.
Definitely the spring bunny suit.
Underscore. What is this? Is this a grid?
Red.
This is the survival logbook
The
grid.
glitch trap suit
Foxy
isn't real.
grid.
I think it is real, but just not used anywhere else.
This is the Foxy grid, Cuban.
Holy crap.
How long did it take you to do
writing
this?
that? A while.
Jesus.
God damn it, Dad. Oh.
Is baby hand this location? You mean is baby hand unit? I doubt it, but maybe.
I hope you guys didn't hear that. That was
Oh,
my bad.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if down the side it would say like RWQ? Like,
Where, what?
FSFASXE.
imagine.
Oh, that'd be funny. No, it
That'd
doesn't.
be great.
Yeah.
Guys, every FNAF animatronic is just Springtrap in a suit.
What?
Why is
Just
Markiplier in the
leave.
FNAF AR trailer? Guys, why is Markiplier in the FNAF AR trailer?
Markiplier canon to
Because
FNAF.
Markiplier is William Ashton.
Markiplier is canon.
Markiplier.
Yeah, we can all agree on that.
No,
He is a canon person.
No. Scott used his picture in FNAF VR, and he's not canon. So why would Markiplier be canon?
Because
Mark
Markiplier
is
is the
awesome.
king.
Oh, five
You see, you got a point there. You got a point there, Ozone. You got a point
What AR skins do you feel like could be canon?
Markiplier in the
And what FNAF AR
Oh,
skins
God.
do you think
Underscore
cannot be
having
canon?
Vietnam flashbacks.
Don't
Yeah,
you
I actually
know?
have a question about AR.
Yeah,
Markiplier
guys,
was in the
everyone,
FNAF AR
everyone,
trailer.
can we please stop being off topic?
I actually have
Theory.
a question for you, Ozone,
What is
about
the
AR.
topic other than lore?
Lore is the, topic.
is lore.
Lore is the topic, yeah.
Like, what's the
is lore.
specific lore that we are talking
Listen,
about right
it's
now?
a massive broad
Whatever
topic.
the hell the
Oh.
chat says.
It's a massive broad topic, and somehow loads of people just aren't in it.
Ozone,
Like, let's
did you
focus.
ever hear the Golden Freddy audio?
In
in
FNAF
AR.
AR or
Yes.
Ultimate Custom Night?
AR.
Yes,
They are,
I
yeah.
have it.
Dog, if you want, bring it in.
Guys, what other lore topics do you want? Don't just ask one question, ask a specific topic that you'd like us to discuss.
The skins.
That would be easy. No.
No.
No,
Ask
I forbid it.
underscore.
I forbid it.
According to Ozone, only about 2% of people are subscribed to Ozone. So if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do.
Once
It's
again,
free and it helps a
can
lot.
we
Do it.
Please.
I'm just reading the stream, bro. I'm just
I
reading
know,
the stream.
I know, and Psychic isn't really helping, but because What are you doing?
I was told to do this. I was told to do this.
Okay, but in terms of lore, let's see.
Guys,
The shadows, we talked about them.
What do you think is in the box, if it's even real?
Pieces to Happiest Day, FNAF 3 Happiest Day.
I feel like nothing is in the box.
Yes!
Nothing.
I think if
Yes!
it's Happiest Day, then I think that would be more symbolic. But if it's like a real chest, then I think that would. I honestly think it would be Crying Child.
I said this.
I
I
don't know.
said this.
I'm not sure.
I said this in my most recent video, and people disagreed with me. But I think the box was supposed to lead up to something, and it never did. So there never actually technically was anything in the box. But Scott did say that he changed things around. So
I think originally it was Happiest Day or something. Then
Okay,
after that, maybe it was either Crying Child's body or symbolic, and then now it's whichever one it was in second.
Alright, in my opinion, like, I feel like the contents of the box only changed around 2 times. The first time, when it was just 1 through 4, no clue what it was, okay? But
I think it was
by
Happiest
FNAF,
Day.
I feel like by FNAF World, it was changed to Happiest Day. By FNAF World specifically.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But in terms of before that,
in the FNAF
before that though, I don't know.
The box was open. In the FNAF World files, the box was open, so I do think it was Happiest Day at that point.
I feel like it's still Happiest Day, considering what Cyanite's saying to unmute
changed,
him.
I doubt it.
He's
unmuted
turned on
him.
face.
Also,
you're unmuted.
Here
Speak.
he is unmuted.
Do you think Fixed
Like a fool.
Scrap Trap was the original Spring Bonnie suit?
Ooh.
I think it was either I think a Scrap Trap is either the Into the Pit Spring Bonnie or just something we haven't seen before.
I think it's just a way to show that it's been burnt before in a way. Because like
I don't think it's a completely different suit. I think it's just parts.
The arm missing, it's probably likely he was in the fire.
Yes, my drawing's 10 out of 10.
I don't think
Psychic,
Scrap Trap
please.
was like a completely
Okay.
new suit. I think it was just like
I'll
parts
stop.
to fix it.
I'll stop. Okay.
To answer the question about what could be in the box,
guys, it's 1:35 a.m. for me, by the way.
Oh
God.
Nice.
Nice. That's
to
not
explain what I think the box was, I do
Is
agree
that
with
Trump's
Steven and
hair?
Impulse's
Yeah, that's Trump's hair.
assessment with the Happiest Day.
That was Markiplier.
There's also a possibility
No, that's
that
Trump's
as they said, it changed 2 times. So if it changed on the FNAF 4 and then FNAF World, it could be either it's still Happiest Day or it's the FNAF 6 box going on in the screen as Happiest Day.
I definitely feel like it's the FNAF World. I feel like FNAF World's the most current explanation.
Wait, guys. When you get the box in FNAF 4, the line actually, I think that fits the FNAF 6 ending, but at that point, the FNAF 6 ending hadn't existed at that point, but the line actually does kind of fit it. Something should be left forgotten or something like that. I think that does fit FNAF 6, right?
I mean, in a sense, I feel like the box could be like a representation of forgetting the company that ever.
I swear to God.
Merry Christmas!
At this point, I'm making a compilation. I'm making a compilation now of Cuban's ringtone.
I feel like Ozone mentioning 1:35 a.m. could be a good segue into talking about the Fast for Fred's books, because they're pretty interesting.
Or it could be a good segue of me dying.
True.
Does that mean that I could control
I kind of want right now.
Does that mean I could control the
Ozone,
channel?
are you gonna call an event? Huh? You're gonna call an event and die? Kinda sus.
For those
Also,
of you
can I
who
explain
don't know,
something about Fetch real quick? Explain something about Fetch real quick. Ozone.
Sorry, what?
Oh wait, you haven't read the epilogue, have you?
Well, no, but I don't really. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so many assume that Andrew was attributed to Fetch, and that's the reason why they were killing. But here's the thing that's mentioned in epilogue 4. Andrew wants to scare people, but not to kill them. Who is killing these
William.
people, taking the fingers off? William. Yes, William. Because he's the hitchhiker with Andrew.
Yeah.
Ozone, have you read the epilogue of Blackbird?
And it's mentioned
I
that
doubt it. I
Andrew
doubt
is
it.
being affected by William's like anger and everything. Like he's pulling the strings on Andrew. If you think about it, he's pulling the strings.
Let's try
Andrew
to
did it
not
him.
remember. Ozone also hasn't read Stitch Wraith 6 yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't? Okay. Well, then I can't really explain why that's kind of not the case.
May I mention something?
Well, one time I was
Sure.
saying that for like a month straight, and everybody called me an idiot.
Nobody's really an idiot for believing theories. So, it's only the theories that are kind of dumb, but only a select few.
Kind of dumb. I don't think all of the theories are pretty dumb. I feel like if you stretch it, Bite Victim Fifth could make sense. If you
There's
stretch
only a
it,
few
Golden
theories that I
Duo could
actually
make
consider
sense.
dumb.
Honestly, I really don't think Golden Duo could work unless Golden Freddy is made out of two separate animatronics.
Not gonna lie, BB Fifth and Mike Victim seem out of place. Mike
I don't
Victim is
think they're
just
dumb,
another
but I
excuse
think
to
they're
bring back Mike Bot.
Can I say something?
Sorry, I was just in a different room and I heard what you guys were saying. You can talk about the Blackbird epilogue if you want, because I don't really read the epilogues yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
But underscore,
in the sixth
you might
one,
want to see something. Okay, whatever.
in the sixth one, I think Andrew tried to kill somebody. So, like, I don't think he really cares if he kills.
Oh, in a sense, yeah, but William is the one mainly getting him urge to kill. He's making him like him himself. Like Andrew is becoming William because William is demanding it or controlling him.
Perhaps there's not really a clear confirmation that William is part of the Stitch Wraith the whole time. Like, yeah, he probably is, but it's not really confirmed. He died in the distribution center, so it's possible he just entered right at that moment.
Is it in where the battery is?
He died at the
Fetches?
him dying at the distribution center being the point where he enters the Stitch Wraith doesn't make sense because like Andrew was the one that killed him supposedly.
I unmuted Zynite, so Zynite just don't do stuff. Don't do stupid stuff to get remuted. You can theorize.
Okay. Can I mention
Don't
something?
unmute Zynite.
Yeah, underscore.
Is it possible that that the kind of I just want to scare them could kind of suggest that maybe, just maybe, that the nightmares that Michael experiences don't actually kill him? Like, if he loses them, he just kind of wakes up.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. What are we talking about?
Effect is attributed to William acting controlling instead of Andrew.
I feel like that I only want to scare them could be saying that like the children don't really want to kill people and are just trying to spook them, but like accidentally kill them. I don't think it's anything about the nightmares.
Yeah, it's mostly Andrew that's saying like, I just want to scare them a bit, you know, like give them a scare. Like that's why he has the shock hand. It kills him, and get this, it basically drains them of their life essence. What does William do? He drains the children's
what if the life
not
essence is
corpses,
rendered?
but the animatronics of their life essence.
Wait, do you guys think
Imagine
FNAF 4
if he
is
just
Dream or
sucks
no?
the remnant out of them.
What was the question?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Do you think FNAF 4 is a dream or real? Or both? I don't know.
Well, I mean, we already talked about kind of who we play as. So, like, the rooms and animatronics were real at one point. Like, they happened, and they probably happened to the crying child. But in FNAF 4, it's Michael and it's his dreams. Or nightmares, I suppose.
I actually think that the first 4 nights are real, but night 5 and onward are dreams.
Okay, explain.
I agree with that.
Because in the
I see what you
survival
mean.
logbook, remember how Mike draws Nightmare Fredbear under recent dreams?
Yeah.
How come he doesn't draw the rest of the Nightmare animatronics if they're all dreams?
And I mean, you say that he's drawing Nightmare Fredbear, but Nightmare looks exactly the same. So
Yeah,
he could be
like-
referring to both or either.
Maybe,
So-
but like Nightmare is see-through, and I feel like he would have drawn at least a little bit more detail to that.
I don't know.
Okay. So Evan, I understand what you're saying, and I actually think it's a good idea, except that we don't just hear the phone calls on night 5. Like, I would have thought,
but,
okay,
I mean, that could have just been like hallucinations or like maybe sounds coming from the illusion discs or whatever. I
The
don't know.
nighttime, like night 1 through 5
it could
of
be a
FNAF
dream.
4
It
could,
could
be,
be a dream.
happening
It doesn't
around
matter, though.
sister location.
so remember, I have this old video, and it was that the nightmare, like the main 4 nightmares, are kind of like probably what William made, and then Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear are like Cassidy and the Crying Child.
I really
like
love
putting
that theory.
themselves into the
I do like
nightmare.
that theory. I do like
You
that
what?
theory, but I
You
don't
do?
really think Nightmare Fredbear is Cassidy. I don't really think Nightmare Fredbear is Cassidy, in all honesty, but I
Okay.
do definitely think Nightmare is Crying Child.
And in all honesty, it could not be Cassidy. I think it would. Another option is like, this is the thing that killed me. You had this thing kill, like showing Nightmare. Showing showing Fredbear to Michael, because that's the thing that got the Crying Child killed in the first place. After all,
I
It's debatable.
actually wait. I actually just came up with a theory right on the spot right now.
What's up?
And I don't know. I don't really know why I didn't think of it before. But after the first night of FNAF 4, it's just Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the mini game right before night 1, the Foxy head is missing. So I feel like that could be showing that he doesn't really come into play. But then right before night 2, Foxy Bro shows up and he has the Foxy mask on. And then the next night, Foxy becomes active. But then right before night 5, which is when night 5 is the post night 5 minigame is when Fredbear kills Crying Child. And then right before night 5, right before that minigame, we see Nightmare Fredbear show up. And then after the Crying Child dies, then that's when Nightmare appears. Right after the minigame where Crying Child dies, that's when Nightmare appears.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's connected somehow. I feel like maybe FNAF 4 is the Crying Child like recreating those days leading up to the party.
And kind of tormenting Michael with those, and I definitely think you're right.
And a little bit after too.
Can I add
also
something to
add
that?
something real quick? Apparently, if you hear carefully, that the animatronics actually sound like the bullies laughing.
So,
hey guys, should I turn on my camera?
No, I have something to else.
Okay,
to
I'll
add to
turn
that.
on my camera.
So you guys have maybe already discussed this, but it's kind of connected to Blackbird and some of the other stories. It's this kind of doing something bad, then kind of living with that until you fix your mistakes. And it's mainly like how Blackbird, he kind of bullies and then Sam disappears. Let's say Sam's the Crying Child. The moment Sam disappears, he starts having these crazy freaking nightmares, and they only go away when he redeems himself.
Can I can I insert something real quick?
Yes.
It is funny how the person that's getting punished is a bully. Like, the reason is a bully, just like the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was already brought up. That might have already been brought up. I'm sorry.
I did explain that.
So, I assume what stops the nightmares is his tampering in FNAF 1, freeing everybody, and 1993 onward, he's kind of free. That's what I'm assuming.
The only problem.
It sounds like he's getting
there's a problem.
nightmares from FNAF 1 after FNAF 1.
Well, I want to hear what's the issue.
FNAF 4, the night gameplay has to be after FNAF 1 and not like in between the nights or anything, because the shift in FNAF 1 and the FNAF 4 night gameplay both happen between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m.
I've said this.
We do hear the FNAF 1 phone call, so it has to take place sometime after FNAF 1.
I've also questioned, like, I'm just wondering if not during the shifts, then when that redemption would take place. But
I don't really know.
I also consider could the FNAF 4 nightmares be a daydream kind of thing?
Friday Night's a
Well,
cat
no,
now.
I don't think so.
Maybe,
I feel
but
like the
probably
night.
not.
I feel like it's heavily hinted at with the logbook that FNAF 4's gameplay is around FNAF 3's time set. Whether that be before or after is up to you.
I don't think it could be after.
But also we have Happiest Day.
I'm gonna try my absolute hardest not to start a war right here, but let's just say sister location takes place sometime before FNAF 1, which
yes,
yeah.
So let's just say that's the case. Then
Yes.
I'm not really sure when Mike would.
Wait. Are we
redemption,
talking?
Maybe it's FNAF 3.
Wait, are you talking about sister location, like the story part, like the actual like physical location, or like the gameplay?
The gameplay of sister location. If that depends when this takes place. If it's before FNAF 1, then I think Mike's redemption and FNAF 4 night gameplay would be around like right before and right when FNAF 3 starts. But let's say that sister location is after FNAF 1. If that's the case, then I think the redemption would be going to sister location and fixing everything, all that stuff.
Wait, I just thought of something. So we all know that the FNAF 1 calls are pre-recorded. So who's to say that they aren't pre-recorded from a time around sister location? So then,
The problem I have with FNAF with sister location being before FNAF 1 is specifically how Remnant works and how
that's really my only problem with it too.
And what's that issue?
With Molten MCI because because
listen,
it can't.
I don't know all these fancy terms. What is Molten MCI again?
That means that the FNAF 1 animatronic spirits are the remnant inside the Fun Times and Molten Freddy and Enter.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The remnant is split. The remnant split.
I believe.
Besides
Baby,
Baby,
Mike
yeah,
MCI
before FNAF 1, it could just be like their spirits are split.
Okay, but here's the problem with that. Spirits can't necessarily be in two places at once, and how Remnant works is that it imprisons the spirit. It imprisons the spirit. That's why in FNAF 6, the only way they were finally set free is with fire. That's how they were set free, ultimately.
in FNAF 3, William was burned and he survived, so who's to say that fire works?
Because the spirits aren't there, though, in FNAF 3. They're in Molten Freddy.
No, I'm talking about Springtrap is still possessed by William. We hear him
Because
talk.
it seems like he escapes the fire. He gets
He's
out.
not completely cooked, man. He
Also,
doesn't get.
It was more like a medium rare type of cooking for William.
He
got
got
pretty dark
singed.
though. He got dark.
Yeah, Dark Spring. Get Roxanne out of the jar, Cyanide.
Can I explain something?
Get him out.
Why
Can we
is Lionel
ban
ask at his own
Cyanide?
house?
Okay, who's talking? Okay.
So there was something I noticed about Molten MCI that makes me think that maybe it's possible, but it's weird at the same time. And that is the fact that all nights of the FNAF 3 mini games take place during a rainy day. What, you're telling me that William has all that time to take this animatronics? Like, I'm gonna take it outside and drive it over to my sister location. So many animatronics. And then he gets spring locked by the rain. And what I'm saying here is, like, it would take a lot of weight to pull the freaking animatronics in or whatever.
It's not the span. It doesn't happen in the span of one night, if that's what you're asking.
It does, because it continuously rains. Even in
It can rain multiple days at a time.
That is true.
Did you not know that?
Did you know that rain can last up to 7 days a week?
Okay, I'll tell you something funny. You see a lot of rain in the FNAF franchise, but we never get rain here. Well, I mean, not never, but hardly ever.
That's a lie. You're lying. You're lying. Underscore. You of course get rain. FNAF
May
never
I say a
lies.
quick troll thing?
We get
It's
some
really
rain.
funny.
But
Okay.
it's pretty much desert. Go, dog, go, dog.
Okay. So the night that Charlie dies is the same night that William destroys the FNAF 1 animatronics because rain. It's canon.
It's
Also,
canon.
there's no
I will be
elevator
right
in
back.
Freddy's. There's no elevator in Freddy's.
It's just as canon as FNAF. No.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
hold
just
up. What
as
are you
canon
implying?
as Mike MCI.
I think he's making a joke.
Yeah.
It's a,
I'm
yeah, it's a
making
joke.
a joke.
No,
I'm gonna
not
end-
that. What
I'm gonna-
Krakoa said.
Oh.
Because
Krakoa,
it is
which-
revealed because the underground facility is all the way from wherever Fredbear's is and or whatever, but it's not near Freddy's, so more likely chance I could see Molten MCI happening is possibly if there was an elevator in Freddy's as well to the underground facility. But as I said before, like, that's far away from where the underground facility is.
Oh, I don't know.
When
Oh,
is
yeah,
the Fredbear's Family Diner again? It's FNAF 3, right?
FNAF 3.
Yeah.
It's when when William takes apart the animatronics. But what I'm trying to get at is the way I see Molten MCI works. If there was a secret elevator in Freddy's where he was able to bring them down, he just drove it over there and.
I mean,
nobody
yeah,
noticed.
But you have to remember that the place is abandoned. No one's gonna bother to go back and check.
Yeah, pretty
There are
true.
night guards there, as hinted in Silverrise.
Well, that was William. That was
and
William.
That isn't a
that was a
real
mall.
night
That
too.
was William.
He
No,
wasn't
actually,
patrolling
no,
Freddy's,
there
he was
was-
patrolling a mall.
Yeah, he was patrolling an abandoned mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy was Dave.
Yeah.
Dave is William.
There was a guy there, and then William came and killed the guy.
Wait, what?
And, you know.
I don't think that was implied. I think what happened.
Wait, Dave. Wait.
No, a police officer went in, and then
Yo,
was
okay,
killed by
okay.
William.
What's up, Psychic? What's up?
Wait, did you say that William killed Dave and Silvereye?
No,
What?
no. William
No.
William works as a security guard at the mall, and the police. Remember, after they went back and William kind of nabbed one of the kids, I think it was Carlton or something.
Yeah.
it was Carlton.
An officer
Yeah,
went
yeah.
there and he killed him, but he did
Officer
not kill a
Dunn.
guard there.
Okay, because
Yeah.
the way Zynite phrased it, I thought
Officer
Zynite said that
Yeah, same.
Zynet was saying that because Zynet
No.
was.
No.
William killed
Guys.
himself.
Yeah!
Suicide theory.
I mean,
Um,
he
John
did
is
go
the
into
name.
the spring lock suit willingly.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna end pretty soon. So
Oh,
Okay.
that's okay.
well,
Yeah, but
I'm gonna end soon. Dude.
yeah, yeah.
Can I actually explain something to the chat real quick? It's about what the first thing we did. If you want to see what I was talking about with the document and everything, go to either Ozone's channel or Underscore's channel. I will post it there.
Yeah.
I assume you mean
You mean
Discord.
Discord? Yeah, not my channel.
He's gonna be like,
Hey,
he's gonna-
ladies. I'm single.
And
This
you,
is not
and you
my
wonder
host.
why.
You will be
Wonder
single
why.
That I would
for
host
your
you.
whole life. You will be single forever.
This is Lover host. I would host you.
Alright,
Guys,
At least I have this.
That's
Okay.
kind of sad.
that's
Okay,
really
guys,
threatening.
I have a
That's
question.
really sad.
Go ahead. What's your question?
MCI 85 or 83?
We had this discussion earlier. 83.
Yeah.
5.
I actually have a theory about it. Okay, you might think I'm really stupid for this, but just hear me out, okay?
No.
Stupid.
So remember the post night 4 minigame in FNAF 4, right?
Like,
How Crying
like,
Child
what do you
is
mean?
walking is how Crying Child
Hey, guys.
okay, yeah.
I still get that kitty cat. Haha. Haha. Get my sexual innuendo?
Ban
Oh
him.
my god.
Just ban him, please.
Shut
it's
up,
quite
nobody
sad.
cares.
You're single.
Anyway,
Deal with
anyway, so
Alright, go
what
on.
if that okay, look around the FNAF 4 minigames. It's really sunny. It's like really sunny, right? And remember in FNAF 1, it said that the missing children's incident happened in June. Remember
June
that?
26th.
Did you guys ban Zynite?
That's when the final two
No.
kids were killed.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
William was arrested. William was arrested for it, but then he was let go afterwards because they couldn't find the bodies. But they saw him on the cameras doing it. So what if the post night 3 minigame is the day that happened, like the final 2 kids happened, and Crying Child saw it. And then, but then he like confronts him or
that
something.
wouldn't explain that. Remember what you saw. You know what happened if he catches you.
Hold up. What if Crying Child saw it at that day and confronts William about it, or something happens, or William maybe sees that Crying Child saw it. So he locks him in the room so he can't talk. But then he's not let out. Like, we don't see him be let out. So what if William was arrested that day? William was arrested, so he wasn't able to let him out. And notice how William isn't at Crying Child's birthday party. So that's my theory. It could be really dumb, but
who lets him out then? Because he gets out, so who lets him out?
I think.
Imagine if he ends up being locked there overnight.
Maybe it was he could have been. But I think the person who let him out, probably somebody at the birthday party. Maybe even Michael did, just so he could like terrorize him or something. Or maybe it was Henry. I'm not sure who would have let him out, but I mean, I feel like we would have seen him be let out if it was that day. Maybe.
Yeah. The FNAF 4 minigame, there was laughter like the older brothers.
Okay, so how many of you guys have considered the idea of there being 2 MCIs?
Me.
There was.
Many times.
Sip them.
Yeah. I still feel like that could be a possibility.
Yeah, because it was in 2 different locations. Sorry.
And it could work with Molten MCI in a way, where if there's an MCI at the FNAF 2 location, and there's an MCI in the location before it, and the animatronics from the location before it get abandoned and then destroyed by William. I don't know, it's just an idea that I thought of in the moment.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows anything at this
point? We act like we know stuff.
I think we're done. I think we're done here, really.
Wait,
can we continue talking though?
I have one more thing to add.
Yeah, but we need to do the outro for Ozone's video.
Yes.
No, I know, but like after it's done, can we still talk a bit?
Yeah.
You guys can, but
I got one more thing to say. In the post night 3 minigame, we see that person in the Spring Bonnie or Fredbear suit. That could have just been William helping out. But if my theory was correct about that day being the missing children's incident, then I think that could have been a murder. But I'm not sure. Just gonna say that.
I actually say another thing. One last thing, actually. Another reason why MCI 85 could work is because of the charged and convicted thing. If you are charged, you are found innocent, but if you are convicted, you are pled guilty by a court and sentenced for a verdict. That verdict ends up putting you in prison, then you serve time.
My brain has been fried, I think. You guys have fried my brain like an egg.
Said, honestly.
Any final thoughts before I end the stream?
Yeah. Any final thoughts? Actually, can we do one thing? Can all of you say your animatronic spirit animals, starting from Cuban and going down to underscore?
Wait, why do I have to start first?
Just okay, fine. Underscore, you start.
I wasn't ready.
I'll start.
We all know who underscore is.
I'll start.
Shadow Bonnie? No, that's crazy. Is it Shadow Bonnie?
Who is your favorite animatronic other than Shadow Bonnie? That's sus.
Underscore?
I think
What?
he died.
I'm back.
What's your spirit animatronic?
Spirit animal?
What do you think?
FNAF animatronic.
Besides Shadow Bonnie.
Besides Shadow Bonnie.
Is underscore high, which is kind of ironic.
Yes.
No. I just got back.
Confirm it.
Besides Shadow Bonnie? I'd say my 3 favorite animatronics are
3.
Why can I not have a top 3?
Go on.
I'll give you a top 2.
It's meant to...
Top 2.
Top 2? Shadow Bonnie and Lefty.
No, except Shadow Bonnie.
So top 3.
Oh.
Except Shadow Bonnie.
What is happening here?
Okay, Lefty. Okay, Lefty.
We're ending the stream and we're ending it on a question.
You know, I don't really have one, but to go with the meme that's been set already, I'm gonna say it's right Freddle.
The right one.
Okay.
Specifically the
I am going to say Night Marion. Impulse.
Hey, I was gonna say that.
Hey.
Okay,
Cocoa.
that's cool. That's cool. Hey,
That's cool. That's cool.
Because you guys described me for voice acting as a great psycho, I'm gonna say Springtrap.
Okay. Dog.
Okay. As much as Dogs and Fetch is my brand, I really love Funtime Freddy.
Fair enough.
Yo, if you're still not satisfied with my answer, I'd say Funtime Foxy. That one's pretty cool too.
No, you should have said Funtime Freddy.
Fine.
I lost all respect for you.
Underscore, you had your chance.
The golden boy himself.
Alright.
Silence.
That was so funny. Great.
Everyone just got quiet. Okay, Fredbear.
And Cuban, have you had enough time?
I'd be Shadow Freddy. Oh no, I just really like him.
Did you have to take 5 minutes to say Shadow?
No, I was just. You just threw me on the spot, so I was like, okay.
Okay, well I think that's probably it. Because we're all kind of done here. Or
we should do more of these.
Yeah,
we will.
This was really fun.
Yeah, we gotta do more of this. This is fun. This is really fun.
Like I said, I'll read hide and seek and then I'll probably
I
do
may or
another
may
one
not
or
have been
something.
playing Mario 3D World
Okay,
while
cool.
we've talked.
Cool, epic.
Is
Oh
this
my
stream still going? I
BB Fifth, bad. Golden Duo, good. Yeah, those.
Yeah, brief summary. BB Fifth bad.
I got one. Golden Duo superior, BB
No.
50 inferior.
Okay.
No offense. No.
All right,
No
guys.
offense to people who believe in BB Fifth.
Thank you guys
Just
for
don't like
coming. Everyone shut up.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
watching.
People can believe what they want.
Oh,
See you later, everyone.
bye. We've streamed for 2 hours and 51 minutes.
That is
Yeah,
so
we have.
very, very
Bye,
long.
guys.
See you again one day.
All right. Thank you so much for watching comics. Oh wait, this isn't my stream. I just remembered this isn't my stream.